everyone to PlayStation Fight Nights for the EU region. My name is Rip and I will be joined by Reinhardt in just a little bit. But of course, we had this huge bracket. 321 players signed up for the tournament yesterday. We have whittled it down to just our top 8 that are here today. Single elimination yesterday, but today they get to compete in a double elimination best of 3 format. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bracket here. We've got some heavy hitters joining us from the EU region. We've got, first up, Xeon going up against Relinquished. This one's going to be very interesting as we could potentially have an Armor King mirror match in it. Then you've got the legend from Italy. You've got Bode OTB, only the best, going up against Eddie. You got Italy versus UK here. Old school Bode, new school Eddie. You know, top players from their respective times going to be battling it out here today in our upper bracket. Moving on down, you got Kira, who had a fantastic showing last year at the WePlay tournament. Got top 8 out there. Going to be going up against Linu here. And, you know, this is going to be a very interesting one because you got this relatively upstart player. This is their first time doing well in this tournament. Going up against Kira. Kira's kind of an established Eliza player. Then you got Emra going up against K-Top. K-Top, a regular at these PlayStation tournaments, placing high regularly, I should say, in these top 8s as well. So going to be very exciting. Going to see who makes it down here and can win this part of the prize pool, which is going to be pretty interesting here because there's a lot to play for. You've got $200 going out to first place today. That is a big chunk of cash. Of course, second place going to be walking away with $100 as well. But we're paying out everybody, right? Anybody who made it this far into the tournament, you know, down to the top 8, third and fourth, you guys both get 50. Anyone 5th through 8, you guys all get 25 bucks a piece. Not bad for just playing some online Tekken 7 on the PlayStation system. And of course, if you guys at home are interested, you're like, dude, I didn't hear about this. How do I get involved? Compete.playstation.com. That's where you want to go to sign up. There is tons of games out there, not just Tekken 7. You've also got Guilty Gear Strive, you've got Mortal Kombat 11, Blaze Blue, etc., etc. There's even non-fighting games like Apex Legends and Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty Vanguard, etc. So make sure you guys sign up and get involved once more. That's compete.playstation.com. But of course, as I was mentioning earlier, we had 321 players sign up. We got down to our top 8. You guys just saw the bracket. Our first match that's going to be coming up is going to be Xeon going up against Relinquished. Now, let's talk about Xeon here a little bit, right? Because Xeon, Armor King player, also has a couple of secondaries. Has a Kazumi that we might be seeing coming out here. Might also have a Devil Jin, right? So these are players and characters that are very, very good in the game currently. But you see Xeon out here, 31 years of age, out of Pisa, Italy. You can check him out on stream at twitch.tv/Xeon_versus. And as I was mentioning, Armor King, you know, one of these top row characters in the game currently. This character has had a lot of changes in the patches that have made this character even stronger. I never thought this character was particularly weak, but of course when you see players like JDCR not using the character as much or not doing as well as they think that it's going to be, well, then you think, all right, maybe this character needs some buffs, and that's what this character has, and because of it, we've seen Armor King come through in these tournaments doing better and better and better. And of course, the opponent for Xeon gonna be Relinquished. And Relinquished, you know, not as comfortable providing us all this information, but you can see out of England here. But we have seen Relinquished in the past here. And Relinquished, very young player, out of the UK as well. And Arm King, one of his characters. Another one is Heihachi. So you've got the Arm King Heihachi here. You got to expect an aggressive playstyle out of this. I was talking to Ryan earlier about Relinquished, and apparently he's an up-and-coming player from the UK, which of course, if you guys have heard the recent stories that have been coming out of there, Ayo Richie from the UK, up-and-coming player as well, just took out a lot of top American talent. So it seems to be a trend in the UK. So I'm very excited to see what Relinquished brings to the table here. But as I mentioned, Xeon versus Relinquished could potentially be an Armor King mirror match. That is what I think we're gonna get. Let's take a look. We're not. We get Relinquished switching over to the Devil Jin. Interesting choice here. And we've got Xeon going to be going with the Armor King. All right, so one of them at least brought up the Armor King. The interesting thing here was that Relinquished had the alternate as Heihachi, while Xeon had the alternate as Devil Jin. So a little bit of a swap here. There's going to be some familiarity on both sides. But here we go. Game number 1. Relinquished backdash electric to start things off. Here comes the wall carry. We're at Mishima building. Small stage. Got him. Half bar. Gone already. Giant swing though. No break. Gonna hit the wall. And we're all caught up just like that. Wow. Stuffed the up forward attempt. But not this one. If it doesn't work, just do it again. Rage mode earlier for Xeon. Wild 10 for another one. Oh my goodness. You know, Ryan told me that Relinquished was going to be a little bit aggressive. I expected like waivus. I didn't expect up 4 all day. This is pretty wild to say the least. But here we go, Xeon. Wall carry's good. Half-life 4, and the mix out of the up 4 fly stance. That is so interesting. But again, backdash, electric. Relinquished. There, the waivus. That's what I was hoping to see a little bit up. There's the hell sweep punish. Would have liked to see a little hop kick, but nice float there. And all right, this is a great adaptation from Xeon here. Stuff in the up 4s. That's going to be important here from what we've seen out of Relinquished so far. Round count. Tied up now. Hell sweep from downtown. Do it again. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that reached that high. Man, he's still going for it. Relinquished is a nut. 2 throw, great break, sidestep, death sandwich. Name of the move. It's an old one. It's a classic. No duck in the high there, but the L4 is ready. Of course it is. Spends the Rage Art immediately here. I don't think it's going to be enough damage. I think he should have probably done a combo. Could have maybe gotten the wall and still got the Rage Art, but here we go. 50-50, the down back 2, going to get the round for him. And here we go, Relinquished up 2 rounds to 1 to start it off. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, he's not committing to it at least. Could have been a lot worse for Xeon here. He's got to chill a little bit. And honestly, I think that anyone would have been thrown off by Relinquished playstyle right here. You don't usually see a Devil Jin do this many up 4s and then immediately answer back with double electric. Oh my goodness. Looking rough for Xeon. Look at the pixel. The smart stuff. All right. I mean, Xeon in that situation there probably would have had to go with the low kick. But I feel like Relinquished just came out the gate swinging, right? He had bad intentions with those up 4s. And I don't think that Xeon was prepared for it. You know, it's hard to say how much these players have played in the past, but I feel like if I had went up against Relinquished right there, I probably would have eaten about 10 of those up 4s, because you see a Devil Jin player start the round, you're like, all right, he did an up 4. He must have been reading a low or something. You wouldn't expect him to do 2, 3, or 4 of them in a row. But here we go. This was the early start. Looking back at this first game here, the giant swing worked out, and that's something that Xeon might want to go back to, right? We saw the 2 break come out of Relinquished earlier, so we know the 2 breaks are there. The giant swing though, that's the one you want to land. That could have been a bigger punish there. Not a bad start, and I love this, right? You gotta stop him from getting in the air. So frame traps on hit or on block if you got him to stop the up 4 and float it out, or if you can bait it out there. One of the old reactions you could do to stop the up 4s was this jump kick, right? Like, you don't really see jump kicks from Tekken characters usually, but a big up forward neutral 4, not just like the hop kick version, but the hold up 4, like really jump up in the air and kick your guy out of the air. That was usually a good option against Devil Jin players who were spamming up 4s. So we'll see if Xeon, you know, brings some of that out, because like I said, it's pretty unusual, let's say, to see a Devil Jin player using up 4s so wild. On top of that, the even weirder part to me is he has great execution, right? You saw the waivus, you saw the electrics come out. So it's this weird combination of a player who's very technical, but at the same time knows how to get into his opponent's head with these up 4s that just crush through highs and mids pretty well, right? But here we go. Game number 2 going to Devil's Pit. And this one should be interesting, right? Because, of course, this is the one stage in the game that we start off with walls and then transitions to the infinite stage. But Xeon here opting to stick it out with Armor King. You know that Devil Jin is going to be very, very good once he gets into a wall. So once we get to the infinite stage, then we'll see what happens. But again, man, these whiffs are getting Xeon killed. Beautiful electric punish there. The windy version, if you will. While standing 4, I love it. Face down position. Wow. Nice sidewalk. I love it. Oh my, I thought he was going to go for the full 10 string. We got throws though. Get him kick is good. Spring kick just clips the tip. Down 3+4 to close out the round for Xeon. Okay. I like this. He's slowing things down a bit. The sidewalks are coming out to get around the hell sweeps. But right now, these whiffs are what is really costing him, right? You see Relinquished is ready to punch with those God Fists. Third hit there. Yup. Giant swing. No break again. Do it again. That's what I would do. Step on it. Watch. Oh, man. He went for the hop kick there. What? He was off axis. The throws. Okay, get off. Rage mode for Xeon. Are we going to get a rage drive, maybe? There? No? How about here? The up 4, of course it was. Of course it was going to be the up 4. Hey. Counter it, combo. We're going this way. Mm-hmm. Tombstone. Got him. Throw game working up for Xeon here. Laser beams? What the heck? What in the world? Backwards laser beam? Does he? Don't tell me he got hit by the rage art. Okay, no hit there. The perfect for Xeon. Holy moly, Xeon. Adapting here, but Relinquished is just so wild. Look at the wavoo. Here's the God Fist. Funky combo, but look at the cancel into the Wild Stand too. He's got the execution. Is he trolling? It's hard to tell. Oh, I like the attempt to duck the electric, get the punch, but those electrics, they recover so quickly. Punish is good. That's a hop kick. There you go. Here's the conversion with rage. This is what you want. Rage mode, more damage. Reset opportunity. Had him back rolling. Was dangerous. Counter! Does he do enough damage here? That's the question. Screw attack, run up rage art? Did he run it far enough? He did. Perfect range there, Xeon. Beautiful combo. Look at the damage on it. You want to troll me? We're all tied up. One game apiece. Give him the miss. Xeon answering back with the Armor King right now. Nice adaptation. And, you know, the one thing we did not see out of Relinquished really was a lot more of the up fours. He landed one up four, closed out a round for him. But overall, it wasn't the strategy that was really paying off for him. So this is going to be an interesting third game because we've seen already that Relinquished is not breaking these throws. So the throw game right now, it's working out. And there's a great example right there. But this was the round, I believe. The sprint kick, just the tip. Alley kick closes it out. And look at that. Laser Scraper just slightly off axis on the first two hits means the third hit was going to whip for it. But here comes the F4, I believe. There it is, of course. Man, it's so hard to stop. I beg you, Xeon, win this. I see the chats behind Xeon. I mean, nobody wants to see anyone losing to a bunch of up fours from Deviljin, right? But here's the Rage Art attempt, and again, no go. And Xeon really played that well. I really like the adaptation from game 1 to game 2 there. So we'll see what Relinquished brings to the table. As I mentioned, you've seen the execution. It's there. It's all there, right? He's got the waves, he's got the electrics, the hell sweeps are there when he needs it. He even crouch canceled into the Wild Stand 2, right? The Wavoo canceled into Wild Stand 2. Once you see a Mishima player bring that out, that's when you know that this guy's played a lot of Mishima. They've done their homework, they've done their practicing, their execution is ready to go, right? So that's very scary if you're Xeon. But he's been approaching the matchup very well, right? We saw the sidewalk against the Hell Sweep. We saw him try to duck and punish the electric. We all know how hard that is to do, but he tried. He almost had it. It was close. I'll give him some credit for that. Maybe just go for the Wild Standing 4, though, right? You're playing online, and you got Armor King here. Armor King got a chunky Wild Standing 4. And we get the Armor King mirror match. All right, we're not going to see some of fours. Is he the hop kick like crazy? I'm trying to think, how does this Deviljin playstyle translate over to Armor King, right? I'm not sure, but let's see. Xeon here. He's got the purple, Relinquished in the classic. Blocked the down back 3, but no launch, but there's the hop kick behind it. To the wall, bing, bang, boom. Wow, there wasn't going to be a duck band that forward 2 either. I got throws as well. Relinquished, huge lead to start things off here in the final game. Best of 3 format, double elimination bracket here today. Step on it. KO. Got him. All right. Round 2. Fight. You think Xeon has to win this now? I mean, I'm sure he wants to win this. Everyone in this top 8, of course, walk with some cash today, but the higher you place, of course, the more cash you get. It's almost like you're doubling for every win you get, too. Nice counter from Relinquished, though. The Armor King paying off here, and both these guys listed their main characters as Armor King, so it was pretty curious to see Relinquished go with the Deviljin. He didn't even list Deviljin as his secondaries, right? So it's pretty rare to see it, but Xeon bringing out the 10 strings. Okay, round count tied. Sidewalk to start off. Whoa, that was a nice attempt, though. Man, we have not seen a single chain throw yet. Here comes the combos. Relinquished, though. Seems to be a very Mishima style Armor King. Look at the double wave before the Wild Standing 4. Shining Wizard broken. Tombstone broken. Down 1-4 is working out. Wall pressure now. Hop kick? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, I thought he landed it. 4-4 throw break, good. Wizardry broken. Ducks the high, no high though. Float combo conversion, sidewall saved him. Down for no counter. It's still not enough damage. Okay, gotta be careful here. Down for one out of range. The low kicks paying off, and Xeon with the lead, 2 rounds to 1 here. All right, Relinquished. This is your main, this is your Armor King. The trade on the counter. No combo behind it. Down back 3, no counter, the hop kick. Relinquished, the hop kick master right now. Anything with up and 4 in it, he's got him locked and loaded. Get over there. 2 break. Regular throw. Wow, it worked out. Relinquished. Shining Wizard. We're going to a final round to kick the day off here. PlayStation Fight Nights. Hop kick, of course it was. Relinquished with the combo. To the wall we go. Bing, bang, boom. And the wall standing 4. Huge lead. Went for a throw. Doesn't find it. Nice backdash, but no punish behind it. Oh my goodness, these opportunities are so big. He could have done forward 2-1. Could have had the God Fist. Xeon, big opportunities missed, but lands a clothesline. The throw break, important for Relinquished. Wow. Okay, it's not over. It's not over. He's still in it. Chain throw broken. The hop kick off the chain. He dropped the combo. Rage mode. He's got a last chance, and Relinquished with the down 4. Closes it out. Got a little scary there, but nicely done. Relinquished gets it done with both the Devil Jin and then the Armor King. Nice try from Xeon, but just didn't have enough at the end there. That final round situation, and even, you know, this clutch stuff in the second to last round, the Shining Wizard, no throw break, that could have been the entire difference maker, right? So throw breaks became an important factor at the end there. But it really was the spacing. I think I really liked that Relinquished. The backdash into hop kick or the backdash into the God Fist, those got him a lot of mileage, right? Of course, the Devil Jin, as I mentioned, was not even listed as an alternate form, right? What he actually listed was Kazumi and... Oh, it was Devil Jin. I'm completely confused. There we go, though. Xeon, you know, has some chances here in the second game. But right here, this is where things got wild. Rage Art, I don't think so. Xeon was looking good. And, you know, crazy comeback here in this final round situation. Very nicely done. The Rage Art, just the perfect spacing. Beautiful stuff. Tied it up. 1 game apiece. But then, you know, Relinquished like, yo, man, I got an Armor King too. Surprise, surprise. Down 4-2, closing it out there. 1 round apiece. You know, this was back and forth the whole way through. And, you know, it really looked like Xeon was in control. But these hop kicks, man, from Relinquished. I mean, if I'm a future opponent that's potentially playing against Relinquished, you got to watch your whiffs. You got to not go low. You know, you got to predict these hop kicks because he is very, very good at calling them out. Shining Wizard, that was an important one right there. And then went down the final round. Huge lead, right? But Xeon started bringing it back here. The truth was clutch there. Important stuff for Relinquished. And there it is again. Backdash hop kick, dropped the combo, but still stayed in it, you know, kept the pressure on and closed out Xeon there. And with that, Relinquished 2-1 moves up in the bracket here. Of course, you know, we had our top 8 start, the winner side of things, but now, you know, you're on the winner side of top 8 for Relinquished. Congratulations. But that means, of course, Relinquished waiting for the winner between Bode and Eddie, which have got to be some of the biggest favorites in this bracket here today. So that one probably going to be our next matchup, I hope so. But we still have Kira going up against Linu and Emra going up against K-Top. So a lot more action coming your way, guys. But Relinquished getting it done right here with those hop kicks, those up 4s. The backdashes were also really clutch, right? He sets up a lot of situations where you're just going to get the single backdash and get a punish, whether it's the Godfist launcher or the hop kick. But, you know, regardless, congratulations to Relinquished for moving on in the bracket so far. But of course, thank you guys for joining us here at twitch.tv/PlayStation. If you guys want to be interested, compete.playstation.com is where you want to go. And, you know, a huge shout out to everyone from EU who have been competing, right? There's been a lot of, you know, online tournaments happening lately, and you guys have had some crazy sign-up numbers. This tournament right here, 321 people signed up to play some online Tekken 7, right? So obviously there's a lot of hype and excitement behind Tekken 7 right now. Offline tournaments are starting to come back. People are just getting so excited. And of course, with, I think, Aorichi's victory, I think it's kind of lit the spark in the EU scene where people are paying attention now. And I feel like for a long time, people haven't really paid attention as closely as they should have. Because if you ask me, you know, my first time traveling to Europe was way back in like 2010. And I remember back then, it was sort of like expected that Europe was the, how do I say it nicely? Europe was still developing their talents. But now, things have completely flipped. You know, all that talent that was developing in Europe, you guys are on top right now, honestly. In my opinion, don't tell anybody. Don't clip this, all right? But I think you guys may have a small edge. It's a small one. It's a very, very small one. But I think that, you know, times are changing, man. You guys are doing fantastic out here. And you guys have the scene that is definitely the most hungry at the moment. So, of course, we just saw there Relinquished. One of those new upcoming players that's also hungry. You've got a Richie who's you know, also showing their skill level. And I hope that all you guys can make it out to the big tournaments that are happening offline later on this year. I know you guys are all going to clip it. I see you guys in the chat. But of course, hopefully the next match we get up here is going to be Bode versus Eddie, right? Because this is a matchup that I'm very excited for. Bode has been playing this game forever. He's got a tournament coming up in Italy later this year. Hopefully this is going to be one that we get to see on stream very soon. Bode, of course, a legendary Julia player, right? And Julia, one of the characters that got added really late to the tournament, to the game in Tekken 7, right? So also prior to that was using Leo. So I'm not sure if we'll get to see the Julia, the Leo. Eddie, one of the top players actually at the PlayStation tournaments. You know, you've seen the Falcon also been using a ton of Bob, right? So I'm not sure which character we're going to get out of Eddie, but Eddie definitely another one of those rising stars out of EU, man. I feel like if you bring Eddie, you bring Ayo Richie, you bring even Relinquished, you guys are going to put in work at all the offline tournaments that are happening, regardless of where they're at, right? So, you know, honestly, huge shout outs to EU for how you guys have really stepped up the last few years. But let's see, what do we got? We got Eddie versus Bode. This one is going to be interesting, as I mentioned, because Bode, old school player, right? I don't know how much he still plays the game currently. Obviously, making top 8 here shows that he still got it. But, you know, you never know when you have to go up against a guy like Eddie, who is so young. His reflexes are so good. His spacing is on top of things. Plus, he's got all these new characters, right? Which I think is the scariest part. I feel like a lot of times when you have old school legacy players like Bode, right? You know that they're going to be good against the legacy characters in the game, right? But how do they do against the newer characters like Falcon, right? And if you don't know what you're doing against Falcon, you're going to be in big trouble. That's just how it goes. There's really nothing more you can say about that. That character is ridiculously strong. We've been all waiting, like hoping that there's going to be more balance patches coming for this game, but you know, we're in a situation where the game really hasn't changed, which on the flip side of wanting balance changes, you're also kind of like, oh, I got to learn, I got to adapt, and there have been no changes to the game. But look at this, we get the Leroy out of Eddie, not the Falcon. Bode with the classic, bringing out the Julia Chang, and we get to go to Jungle Outpost number 2, which is going to be a smaller stage up top, right? There's going to be a balcony break. You can break it downstairs for another wall to get a wide open stage. So this stage, very versatile. I really like it, actually. But Bode versus Eddie, and Eddie bringing out the Leroy. Fight. All right. I see Shardell in the chat saying Bode's the coach now, so definitely still playing. Caught him with the shotgun. Doesn't get the balcony break there. Out of range was beautiful. That was so good. Party Crasher. Also got the wall spat with it. That's a whip punish. Man, Eddie having a rough start here. Yo, only the best. Oh my goodness, Bode, solid start. Man, I love the full crouch mix out of Bode early too. Establish it early. I feel like Leroy also a character where you have to establish your mix-up game early. But man, what a whip punch with that back 3 from Eddie. Forward, 1+2 for the wall pressure, fishing for some 1-1s. -14. 8. Orbital from downtown. Not sure what Bode was trying to do, but that's going to cost him the round. Can't get an ender for Eddie. 1 round each. Mad Axe's good break. And using the cane early here. Straight into the Hell Sweep. Leroy's Hell Sweep, one of the best in the game. Oh my goodness, just walk it out. Down forward 4-3 all day. I don't think so. Wow, not a big punish though. Okay. That's a huge opportunity for Bode. You know, I brought up that maybe the legacy players don't know the newer characters, but maybe the new players don't know the legacy characters. Because Julia was a DLC character that is kind of underused, right? I don't know how many Julias you guys have out of the EU, but oh my goodness, the running 3. The hell, we should have confirmed it, but the second hit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Down forward 4-3, putting a lot of work for Eddie right now. That move should probably be -10, right? At least. Hey. Little massage on the ground. And Eddie keeping that positioning, looking towards that balcony there, but uh-oh, gets floated. And we all know Julia's got crazy wall carry. Still a little bit short though. Man, run up and regular grab. Leroy has no command grabs other than 1+2. Now we can see some cannon. Nice parry. Oh my goodness, this could be anyone's game. The Hellsuit's out of range. Oh my gosh, what in the world? What? That shouldn't have happened. Final round, game 1. That was ridiculous. Bode with the completely wrong punish and Eddie hitting a button into the wrong punish. Unexpected stuff, but this gives Bode a huge opportunity. There's the shotgun though. Back 1+2. Wall carry is good. Very easy. Right next to it. Back forward. Don't step anywhere. Bow and arrow blocked, and there's the launch from Eddie. All right. We pulled it back together there, Eddie. A little scary for a second, but final round situation and Eddie closing out the first game there. I didn't expect to see the Leroy there, but the Leroy looking sharp for Eddie. The down forward 4-3 string definitely caught Bode off a little bit, right? That string is completely safe. Second and counter it, I think, once there, so Bode got to be watching out for that as the set continues here. But early, it was all Bode, right? Round 1, you know, the pressure and everything was working out. This first whiff here is really what gave Eddie momentum in the entire set. That back 3 whiff punch is on point. And everything's kind of turned around from there. The wall pressure from worked out, and then the orbital just barely clipped max range there. And Eddie on the board. Running 3, I'm not sure how Bode accidentally jumped there, but there it is, the down forward 4-3. And this was a nice float conversion here. Was hoping for the wall on this wall carry, but just a little bit short. The wall would have been great for him. But this round is a total scramble. The Hellsuit punch incorrect, and still found its mark there. Eddie caught off guard, but this bow and arrow, no bueno. And, you know, if you're Bode, you probably got to force this full crouch mix-up a little bit closer. However, the flip side of that is going up against Leroy up close is a little bit dangerous, right? The closer you get, the more likely you're in range of that back 1+2 hitting. Plus, you got the orbital threat. The down forward 1 is really deep and really far as well. So harder or easier said than done to approach Leroy and go for a full crouch mix-up. Bode, though, you know, as I mentioned, tournament veteran, right? So we'll see what he brings to the table here as we go to Mishima Dojo for game number 2. And right, I see it again. Isn't that incredible how fast we get these replays up? That's awesome. But let's see what Bode can do here. Julia Chang versus Leroy. I feel like everything was fine. I didn't really see a lot of party crasher pressure. Leroy's not a character that really has good counter hit keep out. Like if Leroy's gonna hit you with like a back with a counter hit keep out, that's pretty good. Like obviously Leroy can parry the party crashes, but they're so fast to approach that you're making these big guesses. And that parry has a big recovery. So if you do get him to throw it out, you can easily whip punish it. Man, side step forward, got the counter, blocked, but no launch on the hell sweep. Oh, Bode. Mad Axe's good break again. The K from downtown. Are we gonna get a launch? Full run up down for 2. All right. That will be the round. Bode getting the first one again. Down jab's coming up now. What in the world? That running through hit so far to the side. Eddie had the sidewalk. Low parry is good. Yeah, Leroy's got 2 options if he wants to do a high crushing low. It's either down back or down 2. And the down 2 is a lot more punchable. So down back forward, that one is going to be the one he's going to go to a lot more. Better range. Oh boy. Hermit stance mix up, just takes the low, that's fine. Nice sidestep by Bode. Can't risk at all. Oh. The rage drive blocked wall behind her. Back four for the wall spin, and that might cost him the whole round. I think it is. Can for the finish. Got him. Smart stuff from Eddie. Yeah, that was a small mistake from Bode. You gotta watch out when Leroy's got your back to the wall. That back four homing attack is incredibly good. Great range, safe on block. No duck in the high that time. It's one of those moves that Leroy players don't use as much anymore. Down forward, 4-3. What in the world? Just throw it out. Just do it. He'll get hit by the second hit. Holy moly. This is dangerous. Rage drive, now it's the mix. The hell sweep, of course. Got hit by the back four mid last time. Here comes the low with the hell sweep. Smart stuff by Eddie. But here are the hop kicks. Bode not out of it yet. To the wall we go. Step on it. Backwards. Oh my gosh. It looked like she might have had the back and forth. Nice 14 frame punish there with the 1+2 string. And Bode chipping away. Gotta be careful. The rage mode here for Leroy. That's a Bode's won a couple of these rounds. What in the world? That couldn't have been free. Look at him. And he's all caught up though. One launcher, it's over. Oh my gosh, swung into the 1+2. What the? Doesn't duck it. The rage drive's gonna do it. Man, there were some opportunities there from Bode, but the Leroy from Eddie got it done. Those are some clutch parries at the end there, right? Definitely one of the biggest strengths for Leroy. His parry can parry anything, high or mid, right? So you got to be careful there, but if he does whiff it, you got to be ready to punish it. And the good thing for Eddie there was he wasn't whiffing it, right? He was just landing all of them. And one of the other ways you can use Leroy's parry is by doing that up forward one string, or hit, I should say. But look at the Hell Sweep didn't confirm it there. Looking back the whole set here, down 4-4-3, paid dividends throughout the entire set. Hell Sweep out of Ranger. This was so crazy. What a scramble. They got him on the board. Final round situation for that first game, but the bow and arrow, good block from Eddie. Full combo conversion, of course, and that'll be that. And look at me. I was excited about it. I was so upset at it, too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, he's just really going to let that happen? I mean, it was just all over the place. But here we have the bracket. Eddie 2-0 over Bode. Bode, though, still in the tournament. Eddie, though, going to be the one advancing. And that, of course, means it's going to be Eddie going up against Relinquished later on here today. But good stuff to Bode. You see him down in the lower bracket now, where it'll be Bode versus Xeon. Xeon, the Armor King player that we saw earlier, who is, very solid Armor King. So will be very interesting to see how those two match up. It's going to be probably Julie versus Armor King, or potentially Leo versus Armor King. We'll see what Bode wants to bring out there. But nice try at Eddie, though, advancing and looking good here, I got to say, as he moves on in the bracket. Leroy was looking very clean. But coming up next, we still got Kira versus Linu. This one will be very interesting, right? We know that Kira, Eliza player out of Switzerland, top 8 at the We Play tournament last year. Linu's a newcomer, though, right? This is their best placing so far. So very curious to see what she brings to the table here. She's from Finland. She's got Elisa and Lily. So I'm very, very curious to see what we get here. Kira, though, definitely no slouch when it comes to Tekken, right? And Eliza, definitely one of those characters that we have seen a ton of at a higher level, right? Like, even if you go back to the first EVO, there was Sukin making top 8, but here you go. Kira, 28 years old, out of Switzerland. Go ahead and follow my socials at I was gonna spell it out for you, but it's my eye Kira. That's probably the easiest way to say it. Check him out on stream as well, twitch.tv/Kira22, as I mentioned, and Eliza player. One of the first meter characters introduced into Tekken, of course, right? Eliza, way back in the Tekken Revolution days, for those of you guys who remember that one. Man, I see the chat. 28 so old. Hey, man, you better put that Kappa face there. 28, very young. I honestly think that 20, like mid-20s and 28, that's kind of like prime age for a competitor. Linu, though, 42 out of Finland. That social right there you guys can follow. Inuka. There you go. Elisa and Lily going to be the characters that we see out here. Very curious to see how this one goes. Elisa, definitely one of those characters that is very good in this game, actually. Probably the best iteration of Elisa since she was introduced to the Tekken series way back in Tekken 6. So this character, in this current iteration with the power crushes, very, very strong. So going up against Eliza, though, I'm trying to think about how the matchup's going to play out. Obviously, with Elisa, you can space very well. She's got great backdash. She's got a good sidestep. But the pressure when it comes to Eliza with the dive kicks, right? Like, are you prepared for that kind of pressure? Are you going to be able to Magic 4? Are you going to know when to sidestep? Those are the questions that need to be answered. I feel like there aren't a ton of Eliza players out there. Like in NA, we've got Junia, right? Sukin also is an Eliza player, but not as much lately. So very few Eliza players still putting in a ton of work. And I feel like, you know, if you don't have experience against this character, then it can really come back to bite you. Because when people think about 2D and Tekken now, they're thinking about Akuma. They're thinking about Geese Howard. They're not really thinking about Eliza as much anymore, right? So we'll see what happens in this one, though. But I've got to believe that Linu's going to have a tough hill to climb going up against Kira here. But let's see what happens. We get Kira going with the Nina Williams. All right. That is not what I expected to see, but I am very happy to see it. Nina Williams, definitely one of the underutilized characters so far in the game, you know, since her release even. Just not a character you've seen a ton of. We're going to G-Corp Helipad here. But this one should be very interesting. Nina Williams. Man, if you don't know how to deal with Nina's wall standing or sidestep one pressure, it can be a rough day at the office.
Round one.
But let's see. Here we go. Game number one. Down forward 1-2 backdash. Okay. I like what I'm seeing here so far. All right, Linu. Clean start. Sticking with safe pokes. Little ivory cutter action. Down back deep for the poke there afterward. And I love it. Single jab checks. Oh no. Man, everything just fell apart, but the back 3+4. Holy moly, we've got rage. Screw attack. Are we going to spend rage art? No, we are not. Rage drive time. Time for the mix. No mix off the rage drive. Down 3. Not enough damage. Beautiful block by Kira. And gets the first round. Yikes. Wow, what a down jab interrupt there. Wow, great down forward too, Kira. We got those combos, we do. Hey. Wow, and I love it. Just hit the brakes, right? As soon as your opponent has rage, you gotta believe that there might be a rage art coming out, might be a rage drive. So you gotta be really cautious in your approach. And Kira, recognize I got a big 90% life lead here. I just need to block, you know, find the openings when they come to me. And because of that, 2-round lead from Kira. Linu, I like it. Starting off with jabs, standing forward, down back 3. And here come the chainsaws. Destructive form. Step is good. Wall pressure is looking clean right now. Oh, I would have loved to see a wall splat there. Even like a Magic 4, but man, these down 4-2s by Kira. Okay, drop the combo. That's a huge opportunity for Linu. Here comes the wipe the floor. Oh, the sidestep and a rage art. Wipe the floor, great choice. That's a very smart choice there from Kira. To get the first game 3 rounds straight. But at the same time, you know, it's really scary to go against this character, Nina Williams, that is. But I really like the way that Kira was approaching the matchup whenever he gave Linu rage, right? Because every one of those situations, Kira hit the brakes. Is like, I'm not gonna let this slip away from me. And almost in this situation did, right? Beautiful back +4 here from Linu. And this first round is the wildest one, right? Rage drive, and you can see that immediately down jab from Kira, which is smart stuff. Clutch block there as well. You know, if that first round goes a little bit differently and goes to Linu, you never know what happens the entire game, right? Because players' nerves get rattled. But Kira here lands the rage and look at that. Just immediately hits the brakes. Says, no, I'm not going in. I'm just going to block. As soon as you give me one opportunity, I'm going to find it. Ivory cutter closes it out. And here Linu tried to throw out the timing by doing a little sidestep before throwing out the rage art, hoping that the sidestep would bait out a button, then pull out the rage art. But Kira, man, as I mentioned, whenever that rage was out there, Kira was like, I'm not going to hit a button unless I'm very, very sure that I'm not going to get caught by anything. So very smart stuff to the Kira with the Nina. Very impressive, too. I got to say, my first time seeing Kira as Nina, and No slouch for sure. Got the combos, you know, dropped one of them. You know, that happens when you're a Nina player sometimes. But when you're not dropping combos, everything is adding up, right? The wipe the floor there to punish the Rage R2, good choice. So very, very well played by Kira for game number 1 so far. Linu, though, has that Elisa. Also has the Lily in the back pocket, so we'll see if we get a character swap here. I gotta believe that she'll probably stick it out with the Elisa, though. I think that the Elisa played very well. I don't think that it's necessary to swap to Lily here, but, you know, sometimes as a player, when you get 3-0'd, you're like, oh, man, I don't know. But you gotta remember that a lot of those rounds were pretty close, right? Especially the first one. So here we go into game number 2, though, going to Dragon's Nest. Smaller stage here, if you count the walls being removed from the G-Corp helipad. Well, let's see what Linu brings to the table here for game 2.
Fight.
Good block. Wow, we had a great punch there, too. Didn't pull the trigger on the second hit, though. Man, try to backdash down for it, too. I like that. Hey. I would love to see more of that, too. All right, down back fours. Yes, more down back fours, too. I feel like down back four is one of those moves that players don't like using because they feel like, man, if I use this move, people are going to say I'm cheap, right? But honestly, it works so well. Offline and online. Good block. The 1-1 punish is behind it. Oh, did we block? We're blocking. All right. Linu on the board.
2. Fight.
Back one to the shoe shine. Chainsaw ducked the high. Didn't hit a button afterwards, though. Nice duck and punish there from Kira. And look at the back three plus 4. Holy moly, landed from so far that the forward 2 didn't even combo. Hey. Shoe shot. Wow. The trade with the power crush there. Great blocks right now from Linu, though. Oh no, counters to wipe the floor, but drops the combo. Rage mode Linu. Wow, and Kira actually challenged after giving rage. Rage drive mix this time? Nothing. Doesn't find it. Doesn't like going to fly after rage drive, it seems. 4-4-2, I don't know if that was intentional. Might have been a running 2 attempt. Shoe shine works out Linu. 2 rounds straight here.
Fight.
Oh, I love the magic 4 into low parry. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Yo, Linu is looking good right now. Power crush is late. Man, and hesitated on the back three plus 4 again. Wow, and just stayed ducking after it. The call-outs on the ducks have been very good from Linu in this game. Oh man, STF got it. Kira finally on the board here in game 2. All right, Linu, tighten up. Here come the combos. Wall carry from Kira. Nina Williams. Fantastic as long as you've got those combos. There's the down back force. I love it. More down back force. Oh my gosh, we're on this side now. Duck. Ay. And why did they give her a mix-up out of that? Really? Nina didn't need a mix-up out of that. Oh my god, from downtown. The back one interrupt off the backdash. I love it. No punish there. That was a big whip. Up forward 3 is good. Down back 3 is good. Rage mode Linu. Rage drive punish. Oh boy. Double rage. The throw is broken. No punish on these blonde bombs. Oh boy. What the world? The down 3 is gonna work out. Linu gets the second one. Ties up the score 1 apiece here. What an incredible down 3 at the end. Triggered the slow-mo. A couple of small mistakes there by Linu, though, right? Like, the blonde bombs at the end were blocked. You just punish them. You got the game. But instead, you know, earned it. Like, really earned it. Nicely done. And now if you're Kira, this is kind of a weird situation, right? Because, obviously, Nina was working pretty well first game. Second game, things got away from you a little bit, but didn't do terribly at the end. So do you switch? I don't even know. But I think the big thing for Linu here was actually those down back fours. I think the down back fours were important, right? I think they really broke Kira a little bit. And there was a beautiful block and punish on the rage art attempt from Linu. And look at his back deep with fours have been on point. Linu does this thing where there's like a little backdash and then look for down forward 2 or look for back deep plus 4. Which is pretty hard to do, right? Especially online, but trying to land him. And here was Kira with the rage. Down the wire at the end again. Shoe shine, enough damage though. Yeah, the full cross mix from Elisa is actually pretty damaging. And that was the attempt again, right? You saw it there, backdash and a back deep was 4. That time was just a little bit late on it. But Kira not giving up, getting on the board here. But this got so scrambly at the end here, which is so fun to watch. Look at the backdash and the back one, double rage here. Blue stuff block, down jab, interrupt, and then they both go for slides, but Elisa's down 3, coming in first. And there you have it. We are tied up, and Kira going to be switching characters. Nina Williams, you did well, girl, but you got to go back to sleep. Maybe another 20 years. It's time for Eliza. Mission building, going to be the stage. And this is what I thought we were going to get originally. So now I'm very curious about how this plays out. Clean is definitely the word I would use there. Because it was just spacing and simple pokes, right?
Round 1. Fight.
But here we go. Final game between these two. Double elimination bracket. Still on the winner side for both these players. Wall carries good. Kira. Oh boy. And Eliza out of wall. Fantastic. Man, the block of the down 3 there was pretty good as well. I don't know if these are intentional forward 4-2s, if they're supposed to be running 2s. Because usually you don't do forward 4-2 by itself. Third hit, punish. Hey. Oh my gosh, I thought she had it.
Round 2.
How did that back 3 before not hit there? First round of Kira. There's the running 2. Doesn't get the forward 1-2 follow-up. Out of range there for Kira. Yeah, Linu's got to get away from this wall. This stage really, the stage on random really seems to be a fortunate turn of events here for Kira, and here comes the dive kick pressure. Look at the defense though! Oh no, the second hit caught her. Man, if she had that block, that would have been a different story. But now she's got her back to the wall. No down 2 afterwards? Oh no. Oh my gosh, the rage drive for the wall splat. We're all caught up. Down back 4. The mix is blocked. No, nothing. Down back 3 still in range there. 1 round apiece. Yo, just when you think Kira's about to run away from it, Linu brings it back. Early combo lead again from Kira and the wall pressure. Look at the blocks, and again the second hit, dude. You gotta block them. The down back 4s though, I'm telling you, the down back 4s have been the story so far. Nice low parry from Kira on the down back 3 that time, and just like that, we are at set point. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, the slide got her in the air. Oh no, and Linu looking a little desperate now. Man, these down back 4s are still working though, the mix. Oh, that's something we rarely see. Sidewall still gonna get the wall spat here, and that might be enough. Kira's got a bar to work with if we need to. Doesn't get the combo, unblockable, out of range. Back team before is gonna hit. Weird combo, chainsaws. Where are we looking, Elisa? Please turn your robot head and look the right direction. Oh my goodness, nice try by Linu, but Kira holding on there. Things got a little crazy at the end, right? A little crazy at the end. The back 3+4 was locked and loaded, but man, that got a little scary. Brrr. Elisa, she's like, where am I looking? Brrr. You back there? Brrr. So ridiculous, but nicely done to Kira. Man, that was a little scary for sure. Double rage here. Looking back at the set, this was the first round. This was so incredible. Like, it could have went either way. If that low kick had not been blocked by Kira, I really feel like Linu would have probably, maybe, potentially gotten this first game. But Kira, you know, the confidence builds up from there. Played really smart and composed throughout. Anytime Linu got rage, didn't try to overextend. Gave her opportunity to throw out that rage art. Duck, wiped the floor for the punish. Smart stuff. Very smart stuff. And then going to game 2, it really became the down back 4s, right? The down back 4s for Linu started coming out, and all of a sudden you realize, there's damage that's starting to add up here. I don't know what we're gonna get. And of course we had this wild close to game 2. Pressure's all over the place. They're both poking each other down, but then double raid, down jab interrupt here. And then the slides battling each other out. Linu closes it out. Final game, Kira switches to the Eliza though. And look at that. That back three plus 4. I could not believe that missed. I really can't believe that missed there. And the forward over 2 there doesn't find its mark. Very odd. And you know, every round you expected Linu was like in trouble, right? But look at this. Fighting back. And this, the mix, no, nothing. Down by 3. Still closes it out. And there, that was a smart adaptation from Kira. The down by 4s are adding up. Had to go for a low parry attempt, right? And this was the very end here. Sidewall looked like it was going to give Linu an opportunity, right? That misses, right? The unblockable misses. And then just when you think we're going to go the right way, we get this big damage here. Where are we looking, Elisa? Where are we looking, girl? Man, rough stuff. But Kira gonna be advancing in the bracket with that one. Linu, though, going down to that lower bracket. And of course, that means our next match is going to be Emra going up against K-Top. Winner of that is who will be going up against Kira later. And of course, we already saw earlier, Relinquished versus Eddie going to be a crazy wild one. Eddie brought out the Leroy earlier. We'll see what other characters he decides to bring. Relinquished brought out a crazy Devil Jin and also his Armor King. And now we have Kira with the Nina and the Eliza. But Emra, a player that I'm not very familiar with, going to be using Eliza and Lydia as their 2 characters here. So that should be a pretty interesting selection there, right? Because Eliza, obviously, not really an old school character, right? But been there since Tekken 7's come out at least. Lydia, though, fairly new. Latest character added to the roster last year. On the other hand, you got K-Top, who's got a Zafina and a Julia. K-Top, I think, has been in multiple of these PlayStation tournaments, multiple top 8s of these tournaments. So definitely no slouch when it comes to competing in Tekken 7. But here we go. K-Top, guys, going to be coming out of Greece. 23 years old, nice and young. Has a brother, H-Dope, who's also very good at fighting games. Catch him on stream at twitch.tv/K-Top H-Dope. All right? Easy, so easy. You see the Zafina on the card. But he is, of course, the best MK player in Greece. Has done very well. EVO 2021 Online EU Grand Finalist as well. Very, very fun player to watch. As I mentioned, Zafina here, but also has a Julia locked and loaded, right? And then on the other side of things, we've got Emra. And Emra going to be bringing out that Eliza and that Lydia, 36 years old, fighting out of Turkey. Make sure you guys give him a follow on social right there, his Twitter right there on the screen. This one, you know, pretty interesting matchup, right? Because obviously Eliza, the character we've seen a lot. Zafina, very popular character recently. Zafina known for her movement, right? She's got the back dash, she's got the side steps, but she also got that Manta stance. And I don't feel like that Manta stance is going to be particularly effective against a 2D character who can just dive kick you. So this is a matchup I haven't seen a ton, but it's the matchup that I hope we get, because I'm very curious to see how Eliza plays against Julia, right? But also, you know, sorry, Eliza versus Zafina. I was going to say also, K-Top has that Julia pick, right? So maybe if the Zafina doesn't work out, the Julia's there. And I got to believe Party Crasher might be pretty good against dive kick, right? I mean, if you're doing like a dive kick 3 or something, and it's going to be a counter hit, then of course, that's going to be a problem. However, I feel like the regular dive kick, Party Crasher, probably a pretty good choice. But with K-Top going probably Zafina first, I think we're probably going to see side steps to deal with the dive kicks. So you guys right now, by the way, don't forget, you guys can predict with your channel points to let us know who you think is going to win this matchup. You know, build up those channel points, use it for predictions. That's what I like to see. Right now, let me see who you guys are picking right here. Looks like you guys are going with, I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows? It's crazy. But K-Top, I think, might have the edge. I think K-Top, he's got the age advantage, right? And he's also got the character advantage. A lot of people think Zafina, you know, it's a top row character, right? And she's pretty darn good. We've seen a lot of great Zafina play. Arslan Ash, of course, recently been putting in work with Zafina. Very curious to see what Arslan actually uses in the future as we come back to offline events too, right? Because Zafina's been very good, but the Lydia, I feel like, is a character that a lot of people have started to utilize better in tournaments now. So I'm very curious to see how much Lydia we see in tournaments coming up. But that might be what we see out of Emra here, right? Emra might be like, I'm going straight to the Lydia because I don't want to deal with Zafina otherwise. And if you're going to see the Lydia, you know, you're going to see some down back 3s clean hits. You can see some stance stuff. You're going to see some political storm. So there's going to be a lot of interesting matchups here depending on the characters that these players decide to go with. So Eliza versus Zafina, probably, I got to believe what we're going to see. And I hope that's the one we get, to be honest. But hopefully you guys all having a good day out here. This is PlayStation Fight Nights. We are still in our first round of action here. Best of 3. And we're going to get the Lydia versus the Zafina, which I think is a great choice, right? Zafina known for her backdash, but Lydia, in my opinion, known for her chase down, right? She can fly across the screen with Political Storm. She's got that running 2, forward 2. Just a lot of good options for Lydia to close the distance. And as far as tracking goes, she's got good options in that department too. So we'll see. We'll see what K-Top can do to deal with this character here.
Round 1. Fight.
Game 1. Round 1. Emra versus K-Top. There's a low parry, alright. Down back 3 from Zafina, definitely one of the things you got to watch out for, right? Because number 1, you don't want to get countered by it. That's going to be a full combo start for her. And then number 2, on blocking, you got to choose the right punch. It's kind of hard to do sometimes. But got him with the running attack. Doesn't get the right follow-up there. But the throw is going to work out, okay. Oh my goodness, wait a second, what? That throw gives her a hop kick at the wall. That's pretty sick. First round to Emra. Interesting choices. K-Top now with the pressure. Oh my goodness, look at the damage.
Perfect.
Down forward 1, yes sir, give it his perfect. Man, and I was talking about Zafina having all this backdash and sidestep, etc. And K-Top just rushing down with Zafina, like what? Wow, out of the air with the power crush. That power crush is very, very punishable though. Man, look at the stance pressure right now. No ducking the high that time. Ducks that high though, alright. K-Top definitely showing some Lydia experience here. Wall splat's good, give it his combo. Third hit. Do it again. Wow. K-Top looking impressive with the Zafina right now.
Fight.
Man, and now Emra looking a little scared of that scarecrow stance. And K-Top is just going in. Holy moly. Pressure all day. All right, last pixel chance for the game, and that will be that. Squid punch, tiger shot, whatever you want to call it. K-Top closing out the first game with it and crawling on out of here. Crawl on over to the next stage for the next game. Very, very impressive stuff from K-Top. Definitely looks like they came to play today. The Zafina on point here. And, the Lydia I thought was going to be a good choice, but you saw that K-Top is very familiar with the matchup, right? You saw the duck on the high out of the 1-2 string, so I'm a little concerned here. If I'm Emra, I might consider switching characters here, right? Because we know there is that Eliza there. But, it didn't start off so terrible. It didn't actually start off this terrible. Here was the throw into the hop kick. Look at the damage there. That's fantastic. But look at this wall combo damage right back from K-Top, too. Oh, man. Those down forward 1 strings are killing them. Ducks the high there as I was calling out. Look at the combo conversion because of it, too, right? You duck a high, you get a full launch, and the resplat combo, oh, boy. Yeah, if you guess wrong at Oki, that's going to be a problem. Great block there at that attempt. And squid punch to close it out. K-Top over Emra. Very nicely done for that first game. I do believe we're probably going to see a character switch in. The Lydia did okay, but I don't think it did anywhere near what he wanted to do. So the question mark I have here is if he does switch to Eliza, right? We know that K-Top wants to be very aggressive with the Zafina. So there's going to be a lot like single jab, lockdown. And we haven't really seen K-Top forced to play defensive yet. So I'm very curious to see what the Eliza will do. I think that at this point, if you have an Eliza as your main, you have to bring it out in this situation. Right? It's only best of 3, so you don't really have a lot of time to dilly-dally and figure out what's best for you. But gonna be sticking it out with the Lydia. Man, I was really hoping to see the Eliza here, but maybe there's some history between the players. But here we go. Infinite stage this time. Infinite Azure. Emra wanted to say that they were just having fun trying to improve themselves in these tournaments. Doesn't have a lot of tournament history or top placings at least. While K-Top, we already know has a lot of tournament history, right? MK Grand Finalist at EVO. Obviously played in a lot of these places, tournaments, making top 8 here as well. But there is that Scarecrow Power Crush again. And that's why it's so scary to swing into it, man. Oh man, now the big lows as well. K-Top looking so confident right now in all their decisions. Pressure.
Perfect.
Man, oh man, and K-Top, as man, you know, comfort is the word here, because he is looking super duper comfortable. I feel like if you're Emra, you got to do something like force. What a counter! Wow, and to pick up an Oki, that was beautiful. I love it. Just the third hit there, and then throw out the hop kick in case they duck the high for the fourth hit. The counter instead of the block and punish. Yo. All right, Emra. All right.
KO.
Holy moly. And yeah, that counter, the first hit is whiffing because, you know, she's so low profile. She's basically low profile again. Sidestep into standing 3-2. Okay, Emra's like, all right, I don't need the Eliza. Hold on. You just caught me off guard with how aggressive you are with the Zafina. Launch that. You got to launch that. Yeah, it's a hop kick. Oh boy. Third hit. What's the mix? Beautiful. All right. I'd have liked to see a low out there, but all right. K-Top, 1 round away from closing it out here. Everyone's been looking good this game, though, but man, still swinging to that Scarecrow stance. So scary. There's a good hop kick. Double hop kick. Weird combo. Swinging into Scarecrow. There's the power crush. Oh boy, give me this big low. See you later in the tournament. K-Top getting it done over Emra there. 2-0 with the Zafina. This is your fate. Lower bracket for you, sir. Nicely done, K-Top. Congratulations. Making it farther along so far. Staying on the winner side of things here. Of course, we are just getting started here at PlayStation Fight Night. Thank you guys for watching along with us here. K-Top looked very, very, very good with that Zafina, right? The stance mix-ups, I feel like, with Zafina are what make her so scary, right? A lot of people talk about just her movement, but I feel like a player with Zafina who knows how to utilize her stances, whether it's the Scarecrow or the Mantis, you know, whichever one they like to use, even if there's a Zafina player who really, you know, favors Tarantula mix-ups, I feel like those Zafina players are the most scary to me because they all have the same movement, but very few of them know how to use these stances. And K-Top definitely one of these Zafina players who does very well utilizing her stances. But here we go. Looking back at this first game here, K-Top in total control. You saw some counter attempts coming out of Emra here, but just not enough, right? K-Top closing it out with that squid punch. Going to second game, we go to infinite stage, baits out the spring kick, and here comes the mix. Stance mixes all day. But Emra wasn't done, right? We saw some sick counters coming up here. Perfect for K-Top to start off. But the counters right here, it's got to be coming, right? I feel like it was here. Right there. Boom, boom, boom! Yeah, Emra's counters are very impressive with Lydia. But honestly, the counters not going to be enough to get you a victory most of the time. But here comes the Mantis stance mix-ups. And look at the damage just out of Mantis stance. Look at that life bar. That's huge. More Mantis action. Into Scarecrow for the power crush. And K-Top with this huge lead. Scoops the legs. Give me the full combo. You're out of here. See it down in the lower bracket. K-Top moving on. Going to be going up against Kira later in our upper bracket. Congratulations to K-Top. But that, of course, means that Emra is down in the lower bracket, getting to face off against Linu later. But you also see down there that Xeon went up against Bode, Armor King versus Bode's Julia or Leo. And you see that Xeon actually eliminated Bode from the tournament. That's a little bit of a surprise to me. But congratulations, Xeon. Moving on. Bode, thanks for playing, but you are out of here, sir. Good luck on your tournament later this year, though. But you see our bracket. Emra, Linu, going to be the lower bracket matchup still to come. Relinquished Eddie on the upper side of things, and Kira versus K-Top. Man. But guys, of course, if you guys are thinking, man, I heard about this. I want to take part. I heard 320 people signed up. I want to play as well. Compete.playstation.com. Head on over there, guys. Sign up. Get involved with these tournaments. We got Tekken 7. We also have Mortal Kombat 11. You got some Guilty Gear. You got Blaze Blue, etc., etc. Tons of fighting games, plus non-fighting games. Apex Legends. You got Call of Duty Vanguard, Rainbow Six Siege, FIFA, NBA 2K22. Tons of games you guys can be playing. Again, compete.playstation.com. But we do got to take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. PlayStation Fighting Nights will continue after this. Welcome back everyone to PlayStation Fight Nights. We are playing some Tekken 7 right now in the European region. I'm Rip, of course, and we have moved along in our bracket just a little bit. If you guys are just tuning in, we had 321 people sign up for the tournament yesterday. We have whittled it down to our top 8, and right now we're getting a little bit farther along, right? We're moving along to our winner's side semis. So of course, if you guys were just watching earlier, we saw Relinquished move on with this crazy Devil Jin and his Armor King. We also saw Bode get sent down to lose a bracket by Eddie. So Eddie moving on as well, and Eddie versus Relinquished will be our first match. As you can see right here on the bracket, Eddie 2-0 over Bode, puts him up here against Relinquished, who went 2-1 over Xeon earlier. And then following that, we had Kira going up against Inu. Took Inu out 2-1, so Kira moving ahead. And we also had K-Top 2-0 over Emra in our last matchup. K-Top looking fantastic with that Zafina. Down in the lower bracket, we saw Xeon eliminated Bode out of the tournament. So Xeon with that Armor King staying in the tournament. And of course, still down there, we've got Emra and Inu, who are going to be battling it out to try to stay in this tournament. But coming up next, we do have Relinquished going up against Eddie. We saw Relinquished earlier with the Devil Jin, who had a lot of up-4s, and we also saw him try out some Armor King, right? Who is what he put down as his main character. And then we had Eddie, on the other hand, who brought out the Leroy. We know that Eddie has a lot of characters. He's got the Fakamram back there. He also has the Bob, which I believe used to be his main character, right? But Fakamram, definitely a great character. But the Leroy was looking pretty darn good when we saw it against Bode earlier. So Relinquished versus Eddie, the one that's going to be coming up here. Again, this is a winner's side match. So, of course, you know, double elimination bracket, best to be on the winner's side of things as far as you can. It's the easiest to place as high as you can, so you get a larger chunk of that prize pool. But, you know, who do you guys think is going to win this one? You know, Relinquished or Eddie? I saw you guys placing your bets in the chat earlier for those channel points. It's going to be a close one, I believe. You know, Eddie, I feel like, should be the favorite based on his history. I see the chat already like, yo, if Relinquished wins, I will go insane. But that's the thing about Relinquished, right? This is actually what I really like seeing about Relinquished, is that he has the mechanical skill to execute with these Mishima-style characters, right? He's got the wave dash down. He can cancel the wave dash into instant while standing launchers, right? He's got all that mechanical skill. But then on top of that, he's got even wilder stuff like the up-4s. And the poll results are in. 71% think it's going to be Eddie right now, which is understandable because, you know, Eddie has a lot of tournament history placing and beating top players in this game. So it's not a surprise to see Eddie this high up here in your guys' poll, but you never know what's going to happen, right? It's only best of 3. Anything can happen. You don't even know what character either of these guys are going to use. Relinquished, I thought was just going to be Armor King Heihachi. He brought out the Devil Jin. Is he going to bring out Heihachi this time? We're going to find out, right? But Relinquished, very young player, obviously crazy reactions. Eddie, kind of the same. So this is going to be a new school battle. Relinquished has a lot of tournament experience in these PlayStation Online tournaments, as does Eddie. But I think the question mark for me is, what character are we going to see out of Eddie? Is it going to be the Fakamram? Is it going to be the Leroy? Is it going to be the Bob? Like, those are all potential characters that we could see from him. I assume he's got a bunch more characters that he can also use, though, right? Because I think he's got a bunch of TGO ranked characters that he can bring out at any moment. So Relinquished, though, you know, obviously we saw the Armor King listed as the main. We saw the Armor King come out when he was starting to lose in the set. I gotta believe we're starting off with Armor King here. You know, the backdash hop kick was very good when we saw it earlier. Backdash and a Godfist is also very good. So I expect we're going to see some of that action. And if we don't, then I think we're probably going to see Heihachi, otherwise some crazy Devil Jin. I think the crazy Devil Jin would be fun to see again, but I don't believe that that's going to work out against Eddie very well. I feel like if you try out those up-4s at Eddie, he's just going to jump and kick and punch you out of the air, and it's going to be a problem for sure. But here we go. Not at all what I expected, which is fun to see. Relinquished going with Brian Fury. Eddie going with the Lydia. Jungle Outpost number 2. We ran in that stage again. So this one should be interesting. Of course, Brian very good with walls. We all know this, right? You don't want to tackle with the wall. The taunt setups can be important. The question mark we have here, You see the Divine Ruler rank for Relinquished, not very high for that Brian. You know, obviously Relinquished has shown us he's got the mechanical skill with Mishimas, but does he have the taunt stuff with Brian? Holy moly, what in the world was that hop kick? And downward one all day counter hits the hatchet. What in the world? Relinquished is a nut. Relinquished is a nut. I mean, that's all I can really say about him. You never know what he's gonna bring to the table. Oh my goodness. Orbital. But it was caught her in the air, it looked like. Maybe she's doing a hop kick. Knocked him in a rage. Don't hit a button. That was on hit, sir. First round to Eddie. Oh man, the lockup. Man, these hop kicks look so funny on whiff. We were talking about that just last night, how, you know, these top row characters, a lot of their attacks on whip are so hard to punish now, right? Like, you know, you say Fakamram back one. Holy moly, that Rage Art's gonna hit! Alright, it was a 70% difference, now it's only 30. Dead just gets up and hits some buttons, let's go. Face down, feet away, you gotta watch out when your opponent's in that position, right? Woo! Because face down, feet away, they can do instant while standing attacks with their kicks. So, in that situation, Eddie had it well scouted after Rage Art. Beautiful political storm here, got him at the wall. Red tape. Clip him. Block on the hatchet. Give me this perfect first game to Eddie. Easy, so easy. You better pack that Brian away, kid. Man, Eddie came out prepared. That Lydia was looking ready. But going back to what I was talking about, these whiffed attacks, right? Lydia's hop kick does not look the same on whiff as it does on hit, right? Leroy, while standing 2, does not look the same on block as it looks on hit. So a lot of times when you see these moves whiff, they look completely different. You're like, what was that? You don't even recognize what it is. But here we go. Let's take a look back at this first game here. Orbital caught her in the air there, so didn't get to convert off a combo. But really, this is all Eddie. You can see the pressure there. Was going for that down back 3 red tape. Rage Art hit, but look at the position that Lydia's in here. Face down, feet away. Is the while standing 4. Beautiful, right? So anytime your opponent is in that position, you got to be aware that they can get up with a really quick while standing 4 attack. And here's the end of the game. Block on the hatchet. Perfect for Eddie. 3 rounds straight. Looking pretty good here. But we know Relinquished is a nut at this point, right? What character is he going to bring out next for us? I don't think he's sticking with Brian Fury. I think we're probably going to see Armor King. I think we should see Armor King. If I were Relinquished, I would pick Armor King and I would throw like crazy. I would do Tombstone, Chain Throw, and Giant Swing. And on top of that, we already know Relinquished is very good at landing hop kicks, so it doesn't even matter if he starts ducking throws, because Relinquished is going to land those hop kicks. And we get the Armor King. Alright. Abandoned Temple going to be the stage here. Decent stage. I love the stage, actually. In general, for all characters. It's a large wall stage. Plenty of space to work with. I feel like the only disadvantage is when you go against a character like Julia, who has ridiculous wall carry. Then you're like, oh no. You can definitely get me to a wall easier than I can get you to a wall. But alright. Game number 2 here. Eddie was in total control game number 1.
Fight.
Starting off some jab kicks. Hop kick, I don't think so. Eddie with the dash block there. Very nice. Political storm. Finds that the second hit. Spring kick works out. Wow, float combo conversion, alright. Uh-huh. Holy moly, great block and punish from Eddie there. Man, the spring kicks are working out though. Woo! Hey, rage mode finish. Wow, doesn't even need the Rage Art. Get dunked. First round Relinquished. Oh, and we got a key charge. Uh-oh. Feeling good. Political storm. Of course. Later than 10 frame punish on it. Checking them. Here come the throws. That's what I'm talking about. Chain throws. You can't see these. You gotta guess. And even when you do guess correctly, it still hurts. You're like, man. Got him. Yo, Relinquished. We're all caught up, basically. Next launcher wins. He was fishing for it. Oh, no. He just panicked right there. Panic Rage Art, not gonna work out for you. I mean, if you land it, you know, then you can pop off again and do another key charge, right? I think that was the hope. But yo, I got hop kicks too. Eddie sending Relinquished to the wall. Get off me, I got throw breaks. She did a giant swing. Don't give me a, oh my god. Yo, that hop kick. That hop kick. He definitely threatened giant swing there to make Eddie think about it, and then he just hop kicked. And Eddie's like, I better duck the giant swing. But just like that, it is set point for Eddie. Boom! Hey, doesn't get the full wall carry. Oh my goodness, Eddie now starting to troll Relinquish back. But the counter hit down back 3. It's not over till it's over. Get dunked. Spring kick. Was decent. Get off me. Political Storm. Last chance Relinquish here to stay on the winner side of the bracket.
KO.
Chopping at the feet. See you later. Eddie with the Lydia. Now, man, Eddie is a top row gamer. We saw Eddie earlier with the Leroy getting it done. 2-0 over Bode. Now 2-0 with the Lydia. Nicely done to Eddie here. The Lydia looking pretty darn good. I like the Political Storms. That string he was spammed is so cheap, right? Because the second is high, but you got to be so fast to punish it. You can't really get a launch off it anyway. It's like ridiculous. This was probably one of the biggest highlights for Relinquished, landing this Rage Art here. But again, the position he left Eddie in, face down, feet away, instant wall standing 4 out of it. Boom, you're dead. Got to be careful about that. And Eddie, this first game, man, look at just the pressure here. Once you got the Political Storm for the wall, just dashing his face, cutting the red tape, punching the hatchet kicks. And here we go into the second game. Abandoned Temple. The spring kicks were working out for Relinquished. Because Arm King does have a little faster spring kick. It's a clutch round here from Relinquished. But it didn't really matter, right? Like, Eddie remained in control the whole way through. This was a Panic Rage Art, hoping to find something. In that situation, with the amount of life that Eddie had left, though, if it did work, it probably would have killed if he absorbed a hit. So that was actually a pretty calculated Rage Art, even though I call it a Panic Rage Art. But overall here, Eddie, just dominant performance. You know, the Political Storms are on point. If you're a Lydia player, that's what you want, right? If you landed the Political Storms, you're finding down back 3s, then you're going to be winning. But with that, Eddie, of course, moving up into our upper bracket final. He's having a great run. Hasn't lost a game yet today. 2-0 over Bode, 2-0 over Relinquished here. Which, of course, means he's going to be waiting for the winner between Kira and K-Top. Which should be pretty crazy, right? Because Kira with that Eliza's been well, and K-Top did fantastic with that Zafina again. But you can see down below, Relinquished now is going to be waiting for the winner between Emra and Linu. But guys, we do have someone joining me on the microphone. Surprise, surprise, we got a legend from the fighting game scene. We got Mr. Ryan Hart here with you. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I mean, I see the action has been insane already. Eddie doing the business, not dropping a single game here so far in the PlayStation Tournament's Fight Nights. Man, I'm super impressed with this guy. He always comes back bigger and better.
No, definitely. And he's looking perfect so far, as you've seen on the record, right? He used the Lydia. He used the Leroy. I assume at some point we're going to see the Fakram. Anyone that's top tier, top row gaming, he's bringing it. But coming up next, we do have this matchup. Kira versus K-Top. Kira with that Eliza. Also using some Nina Williams here today. And K-Top, though, just running through people with that Zafina. Just so aggressive. You know, all the stance mix-ups were working out, whether it was Mantis or Scarecrow. It didn't matter. Just really impressive stuff from K-Top so far.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, Kira, you know, dropping in that Nina, that little curveball. I mean, Nina, you know, she's an original character. She's a legacy character. She's been there from day one. But surprisingly enough, people don't really feel comfortable fighting against her. You know, she's one of those characters you don't see too much of today, especially in high-level tournaments, right? She's usually like a secondary kind of thing. But he's been dropping her in here and there and doing some good work with Nina. And it's really interesting because initially, like, Eliza was the big problem, the 2D character, the really fast dive kicks that's unblockable, you know, like, but now that people are starting to adapt, he's needing this change, this variation of the character roster.
No, I can certainly see that happening. And I started thinking about it in terms of, like, you know, a lot of people feel like this is the end of Tekken 7. You know, we haven't had any news updates for a while. And they start really questioning whether their character is going to be in the next game. And I feel like if you're an Eliza player or you're a Negan player, you start to wonder, like, man, maybe I should pick up a character that's more likely to stay, like a Nina Williams or, you know, a Paul Phoenix or something, right?
That is a very good point. Yeah, you know, looking towards the future, you know, creating that roadmap for success down the line, right? And I think that a lot of these characters that come in, you don't really know what they're going to do with the game later on. I mean, there's a lot of legacy characters we don't see, right? There's no Wang Jin-Rei, there's no Bruce Irvin, there's combinations of characters these days, you know? So yeah, it's a really interesting topic in general. Like, what are they going to do with your favorite character? Is it going to be in the next iteration? Is your character going to play the same, or is it going to be completely reworked, right? So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But what do you guys in the chat think about who will win the next match? Is it going to be Kira or is it going to be K-Top rocking solid? Let us know in the chat, guys, and bet those channel points, those very valuable channel points.
Of course. And, you know, this one I think it's really hard for me to predict because I feel like, wow, the chat is very in favor of Kira right now.
Wow.
75%, huh?
Chunky.
Yeah, that's huge. That's more people believe in Kira here than they believed in Eddie in the last matchup, and Eddie won that one 2-0, no problem.
Wow.
I don't think that this matchup will be as much of a blow up as the last one was. You know, I think that Kira here with the Nina is going to do very well, but K-Top with that Zafina, dude, is very hard to stop.
Yeah, he can really turn it on, I've noticed. Like, I've seen him play slow for like 2.5 games, and then in the best of 5, he just turns it all the way around and then just wins 3 straight, like really quick as well, like really aggressive. Almost like the download was complete, you know, he knew what he needed to do, and then he just goes to work. And that kind of opponent is always scary because you never quite know exactly how much they're holding back. So yeah, here we go.
All right, first game immediately blocks down by 3.
No duck on that. That second part, man, could have been a full launch.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, though, because she has that new second part that's a kick, and it's a mid, and it launches you. It's a lot. I'm like, dude, that sucks. Like, I don't like dealing with that anymore. I feel like I want, like, a counter character, a parry counter character to deal with it.
Oh, no, it doesn't follow up. There's a few different follow-ups she can do there. 4-4-3, another sweep. But, okay, gets the launch now from the while standing. It's the screw attack. Check off the safety. Oh, delayed 4. No duck on it, though. K-Top riding a very confident life lead here. Okay, so that's 1+2 blocked. Oh, there's the race drive, wall pressure. Down back 3's at the wall. Oh, yeah, there's the break.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. So close. I find Nina's don't really use her counters that often, and they're so good.
Yeah, you know, I feel like even Paul players, I've noticed the same thing. Like the legacy kind of counters that you don't even really see them use as much anymore.
Yeah.
A beautiful sidewalk launch by Kira, but yeah, it's so off axis because of the sidewalk.
Really nice. There's the punish into the sweep. Oh wow! Not opting for the mix-up instead of the guaranteed damage. Not sure if that's a good long-term idea.
Yeah,
but all right, here we go. Kira with the life lead now.
Holy moly!
That just went straight under. Oh, the mid. The mid missed.
I mean, like, what are you supposed to do there? Then ivory cutter? I don't know.
Do some kind of weird low, I think.
Good block on the slide attempt.
Oh,
what a hop kick with
out
Zafina!
Of the sidestep.
Didn't
and
kill.
Just like that, looking for the second round, gets it. Tried to backdash and crouch maybe, but Kira, no dice on that exchange.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, Zafina's hop kick is not like a regular hop kick. It's incredibly slow in comparison. So very rare to see a Zafina player land it.
Yeah, I mean Nina doesn't have the best sidestep. You know that's why she has so many sidestep moves to compensate, right? So trying to get away, the hop kick just clips her, man.
And the lockdown.
Oh my God, everything's working.
No throw break, and that is 3 rounds straight for K-Top here to get the first game. Hey, how does 75% of you guys in chat feel right now?
I remember K-Top. One thing that kind of come out to me in that game is I remember that he has this way of just making things work. Like he'll land moves and you won't understand why it's working, but it will work. Like it will get it every time. And you won't be able to string together the sequence, the psychological sequence in his gameplay, but he's able to make it work, and he continually keeps his opponent in the dark. Like Kira was a little bit lost towards the end of some of these rounds, you know, like he wasn't really sure how to kind of get that last piece of health off. And yeah, K-Top, man. I mean, I think that's Zafina in a nutshell anyway, but when the player can kind of infiltrate the mind on top of that, it's really scary to fight against.
Oh, I totally agree with
that, man.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. Just, you know, how when you play against Zafina, you expect the movement, but I feel like the Zafina players that give me the most trouble are the ones that also have a good handle on her stances. And I feel like K-Top is particularly good at using her stances to create pressure. So that is definitely one of those situations where you start like really like getting in your own head about like, I'm not sure what he's thinking anymore.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's one of the unique things about the character because she has a unique style with, you know, the different styles that she has. And I feel like she can be played so many different ways because of that, you know, and it's not your standard thing where, you know, you play a Ling and Ling's got, you know, stances, but you know it's 95% launch from Phoenix stance, you know, like you know it's like 90.
Right.
You've got a really big idea about what's going to come most of the time. Whereas Zafina, it's quite hard to tell because she can be played so many ways, but a lot of her moves are really good. She doesn't just have 5 good moves, you know. So yeah, it means she can do a lot of different approach tactics, and we've seen a character change. And it's not going to be Elisa.
That's very, very interesting. And Kunimitsu, I mean, everyone opting for the top road today. You know, this is
pretty
interesting. And Kuni definitely one of the better DLC characters that have come out lately. And it's just a character that we haven't seen a ton of at the highest level of the game, but I feel like we're going to this year.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I remember, you know, obviously when she was released, there was a lot of interest in her, you know, so there's a lot of tournament representation, but now not quite as much anymore, especially in Europe. But yeah, who knows? Could change in the near future. And yeah, K-Top is trying to not let Kira get comfortable here.
And look at that hop kick again!
If you want your opponent to stay uncomfortable, do wake up hop kick. That is the premier tactic to keep your opponent uncomfortable.
With Zafina.
Wake up hop kick. And again, ducking the mids. Did you see that? Crazy.
And Max is just backed up out of it, like, oh, you can't hit me.
Yeah.
It's like he's got invincibility or something.
Look like that.
Look at the back dash.
Nice crouch punish. Great spacing on that. So ready. Wow! What a brilliant move. That would have been if he punished that would have been sick. And it's not going to matter.
I feel like she was on one leg and sidestep, you know?
Oh my god, is that 5 straight rounds, Rip?
I think so. Damn. This is ridiculous.
This is insane. All right, let's see now. Kira, can you turn the tide here? He's got a slight life lead. Man, she's just ducking everything. All right, a nice sidestep into the launch. He needs this now. He's got a max amount of damage here. All right, over to the wall. What's it going to be? What's on the menu? Oh, lets him get up for free.
Oh, but we finish his strings. Wall saves him.
Okay, one more hit. Gonna get his first round. Can he do it here? Yes, the down 4, the sneaky, the classic round ender. First round on the board for Kira.
And now K-Top very defensive, right? But sometimes you see K-Top just really turn on the offense and keep the pressure going. Back roll catch.
Kunai throws it out. Okay. Oh, nice sidestep there.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to sidestep those kunais on reaction. Have to do a little preemptive. Got him with the
K-Top
wall
going to work by the wall now. Taking off a big chunk of health on that exchange, and this is not looking good for Kira. One more hit's going to take him out of this game.
That could have been a launch.
Oh my gosh. Let's let that one go. There's the range trap, but it completely whiffs. And the low catches the toes, and that is it. 2 games to 0, just like that. Man, that was quick. 6 straight rounds, 2 no-round rounds, as known to some.
Kira definitely needed that rage drive to at least land on block, but just misjudged the space by a tiny bit, of course, and that cost him at the end. But K-Top, man, with that Zafina pulling through there, proving the chat wrong, right? 75% chat were in Kira's favor, but K-Top's like, y'all underestimated me? And my Zafina?
A lot of points got lost on that one, man, that's for sure. Okay, and here you see K-Top going to work in the first round. Man, it looks a bit closer in the beginning. The Nina pick, yeah, it looked okay at first. Didn't quite work out, though. Here's some moments. Yeah, there was that sidestep. It looked like a sidestep 1+2 about to come up. But yeah, access was denied. And then the down forward 1 spam at the end. Man, this was just... And nothing working for Kira trying to just find an opening. And yeah, no break on that. The 3 straight in that first game.
Yeah, swapping to Kuni wasn't a terrible choice here either, but I mean, how do you stop something like that? Like your Kuni's doing decent, and you just tech roll into this, that was ridiculous too. The launcher punish there because it was like a triple backdash and then it whipped. He's like, oh yeah, I backdash out of the range there.
There were a lot of weird exchanges in this set in general, like a lot of crouched mids and a lot of weird sidesteps that just made things whiff completely. Like, I mean, it's great movement from K-Top, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm sure that a lot of that threw Kira Kira off, you know?
For sure. I mean, but that's what you got to kind of expect when you're playing against Zafina in general, though.
Yeah, definitely. And there you see Kira Kira trying to scrape some health out and just got caught by the wall there. A lot of damage and no launch, man. That was expensive.
Yeah, and then there the raid drive just missed.
So
just
unfortunate.
Missed.
Literally
like, it
at the wall.
won. Right?
And
yeah.
there we see the bracket, the Fight Nights here. Tekken 7, Kira Kira falling short, man. And then K-Top marching forward 2-0. And he's going to be going up against Eddie in that winners finals matchup, man. That is sick. And then, of course, Kira Kira drops down to face Xeon in the losers bracket.
Yeah, fantastic stuff to Eddie and K-Top making it to our upper bracket final. But you do see there, Emra over Inu. Nice try, Inu. At least a very fun to watch there, but Emra will be the one advancing, going up against Relinquished later. And Xeon and Kira Kira. That's going to be a rough one for Kira Kira, but we'll see if he can get it done against Xeon, because Xeon obviously eliminated Bode from the tournament, playing very well today.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, he's made his mark to get here. Relinquished, good to see him there as well. Obviously, he didn't work out against Eddie, who's on fire today. But Relinquished, also another guy that can just do anything from any position, right? He's been in the lower bracket before. He's survived the lower bracket and come into the grand finals. You know, this is no strange situation for him. So yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen in that one. But I believe we have the upper bracket final coming up next, if I'm not mistaken, and that.
But of course, if you guys want to join these tournaments yourself, right? You guys can head on over to compete.playstation.com, sign up for these tournaments. We've got Tekken 7 out here, plus a bunch of other fighting games you guys want to tune in, plus a bunch of non-fighting games, right? You got some sport games, NBA 2K22's in there, FIFA's in there as well. Make sure you guys check that out, compete.playstation.com. But yes, Brian.
There, man. Yeah, and after the break, we're going to have the upper bracket final. But before that, we're going to go to a short break, and we'll be back very soon. See you later. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, wherever you're tuning in from today around the world. This is the PlayStation Tournament Fight Nights for Tekken 7 in Europe. My name is Ryan Hart, joined by Rip. It's been absolutely phenomenal so far. We've already had a top half of brackets and a couple of lower brackets as well. This is the top 8 for the Fight Nights in Europe, and man, it's been crazy. Rip, how are you at the moment, sir?
I am fantastic, dude. The matches have been a lot of fun to watch, and they're only going to get crazier as we wind our way down into the top 4 of the tournament.
Yes.
Of course, we still have Eddie in here going up against K-Top. That will be our upper bracket final. Eddie, we've seen the Leroy, we've seen the Lydia. Will it be the Fakamram next, or will it be something else? We're about to find out. But K-Top, with that Zafina, has been running through people as well, right? Both of these guys undefeated today in our upper bracket, right? So somebody's going to lose the game. K-Top, Zafina, very impressive. Eddie, we'll see what he brings to the table here.
Definitely, definitely. You can see these guys have done their homework ahead of this top 8. They knew who the opponents were going to be, and they've come prepared. I mean, not losing a single game in the top 8, this stacked, like, that means a lot. Someone's going to have to lose that streak right here in the upper bracket final, because Eddie has a plethora of characters he's ready to drop at any given moment, and K-Top rocking that Zafina is looking super solid right now. So I really have no idea what's going to happen here in this upper bracket finals.
Same. That is, of course, the question mark, right? What character is Eddie going to bring? We already know and expect the Zafina out of K-Top. And I really love the pressure he does with Zafina's stance. I've talked about it a couple times today, but the Scarecrow stance, the threat of the power crush from it, it's launch punishable on block, but you got to block it. So that seems to be the issue for most people going up against K-Top Zafina, right? Eddie, though, I got to believe has the experience to overcome that. So that's... I feel like in my heart, Eddie's got a slight edge here over K-Top.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, if you're looking at the experience palette, right, like Eddie has I mean, just on his own gameplay against the computer, he has like a Tekken God Prime ranked Zafina himself, right? Because he's got that rank with every character on the game. So he knows all the characters. He knows what he wants to bring to the table, what strategy he wants to devise as a countermeasure for Zafina. So it's going to come down to what character he picks here, I think. You know, that's going to tell the tale here. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe Fakamram, but considering we haven't seen him so far, I'm not sure that's going to be the play. It's not a warm character, you know, so going to be interesting to see who he goes with.
Right, and I see you mentioned the character, and I looked at the chat, and someone in the chat was like, yo, I think he's going to bring out Lydia versus Zafina. So, you know, if that's the case, that's an interesting choice. I think that Lydia probably does very well against Zafina, but we also did see Lydia against K-Top earlier, and K-Top just ran through it like no problem, ready to duck the highs, you know, and definitely had the experience against it. But you see here, the poll results is what you guys think. You guys going with Eddie here, 58%. But you guys also were 75% for Kira, so you know you guys might be underestimating K-Top just a little bit here.
Oh, and it's the Lydia, but it's not Zafina. It's actually not Zafina. It's Julia Chang. So that's a curveball we weren't expecting. So let's see how this is going to go. I mean, obviously, switching it up here, I'm not sure if Lydia was a countermeasure for Zafina specifically or just a general strat character for K-Top, but we're about to find out here on Forgotten Realm for Game 1. Let's get into it.
Alrighty. Multiple floor break stage. Lydia, very good in the stage, too.
All right. Straight in.
Oh, boy.
The hell sweep.
Another
wow.
one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Forward punish. Gets the wall splat, and down we go. First floor broken.
Perfect.
And
Oh my gosh.
Goodness me, what a statement. Opens with the 7 golden.
Fight.
And another hell sweep, and the confidence is flowing here from Eddie. And K-Top realizing he needs to get involved here. There's the mad axes. Follows up.
Oh, I got those too.
That. Wow.
I got regular axes.
Yeah. Okay, chasing him down. Oh, this time the escape. And the trip. Wow. Another really confident sweeps here.
Good magic forward, though, right? That sweep is very good, but it does not go underneath.
Didn't quite make the wall. Didn't make the wall rip, and he's let some damage go here.
Yeah, that should have been a punish by K-Top as well.
Wow,
doesn't matter, get the round. All right, K-Top.
Closes it out. All right, here we go. One apiece.
I love the pressure right now. And I love the magic four fishing too.
Nice patience here from Eddie there, blocking that hop kick. And doesn't block the second one, but doesn't commit though. K-Top didn't believe. No second hop kick. Damage on the table. Ooh.
Beautiful.
Party crasher confirmed.
Sidestep the hop kick.
Oh,
Lost
the
Eddie
launch.
too.
And yeah, he's going to get that. He's going to be happy with that trade. And down we're going to go, I believe. No,
The
we got
tech
tricks.
catch.
We got tricks.
Round 4.
Very nice. I definitely thought we were going downstairs as well. Look at the dash of pressure there. And you know, he's established the hell sweep, right, at this point. So
Right,
he
right.
wanted K-Top to duck it. K-Top's like, no, I'm not biting.
Yeah, that's why K-Top's just throwing out those magic fours. Like, you're not getting close enough for a hell sweep. I'm keeping you at bay with this. Forcing him to respect the space here. There's the Mad Axe escape once more. Goes for the low. Looking for that wall hit. You know, Eddie wants that wall pressure. Oh, there's the sweep, though. Oh, guaranteed.
Not enough. No trade. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. Eddie could
K-Top,
still
not like
steal this
this.
one.
Not like
Eddie,
this.
Eddie could take this.
He got him.
Oh my gosh, the rage drive. And K-Top just wasn't ready, and Eddie was able to steal it back. The whole bar on that one sequence, man. Oh, that is really unfortunate for K-Top. He's going to be kicking himself after that round.
Definitely, because, you know, he let him survive with just the pixel, and then it's almost like he got too scared to close it out. He's like, if I run in there, I might get hit with a rage art or a rage drive. So I'm going to try to play really defensive here, but sometimes you just got to run in and force a mix, especially with Julia, right? Like, just throw out a party crash or elbow, right? Like, at the worst, you're hoping for a trade on it.
And there was that first round perfect there to open the set, and Eddie just exuding confidence the entire time. Another hell sweep there, and this time looked like, yeah, and he missed the rage drive, but it didn't matter. The bow and arrow and then the follow-up was enough to do it. But then here, that trade, that really important trade launch, got him the round. Tech
with the
rolled
tech
into
cat.
danger, didn't see it coming. And here it was, right? That final sequence where it looked like the round was over. And like you said, K-Top left Eddie with a pixel and a prayer. And that prayer looked like it got answered, bro. Everything worked. The race drive.
Your prayer has
and
been
then, yep,
answered.
the finish on the floor, man. Oh, that is a
Man.
painful one. But, you know, it's not over yet. That's just game one. And they're fighting for a coveted seat in that grand finals. And you want to get to grand finals on the winners, right? You want to have all the control, don't you?
Oh,
so
yeah.
K-Top's going to be doing some thinking here ahead of game two, man. That was tense.
Yeah, and, you know, the Julia, I think, actually worked out pretty well there. I feel like he might still switch characters here to the Zafina, but I think that the game plan with Julia was actually okay. It just really came down to that one round that really didn't go his way, right? That 80% lead he had there. The running three, if it at least had traded with the spring kick, he would have just won the round off the trade. But Julia's running three is kind of one of those weird ones that it floats in the air for a while before the kick actually comes out.
Yeah,
So because of that, you know, no trade, and, you know, he just kind of froze. You can see him. He's just standing still there, letting Lydia do
He
the
did not
stance
want to be the
mix-ups.
reason he lost. He didn't want to commit to something that gets him killed, you know, and he made him turn passive, and yeah, it all fell apart. But here we go, straight back in, no character changes. And Eddie just throwing caution to the wind here. Moves are just being thrown out willy-nilly, and they're all working. Man,
I mean,
look at this onslaught.
This is ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, K-Top. Woo. Finally.
Oh my goodness.
What?
The call out from Eddie there. You're gonna do running high, right? Boom. I'm just gonna get up ducking.
So ready. Very powerful response there. Gets to round off it as well. All right, so
Punish that. Okay.
nice. Gets the launch punish. Brilliant stuff. Screw attack. Gonna try and find a wall here. Nicely does it. There's the punish. What's he gonna do? He's got the pressure. Oh man, let him get up.
The dash up, man. Eddie just really wants to see if he's gonna try to duck these hell super attacks.
Everything is getting punished. On point with these punishes.
Yeah, and K-Top looks like he doesn't know how to actually punish the political storm, right? And there it is.
Yeah, I
You
think
can't
Eddie's
punish
picked
that
up
one.
on that.
Round 3.
It looks like Eddie's picked up on. There's a few strings he's just been able to get away with quite a lot. So
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's a Julia thing or K-Top thing, but yeah. Ooh.
Holy moly. That was a great punish. Okay.
That was sick.
Oh!
Wow.
Holy damage. Good block. Not over just yet. The low. And the follow down 4 from Eddie. You know, there's a high after that low kick out of the string, which is 1-2. So
If
you
that
expect
had
to
been
put
a
it
hop
duck, but he
kick,
didn't.
man. If that had been a
Right?
hop kick, that could have been the round. Wow, 2-0. The first game, the second game quicker than the first, and Eddie wraps up K-Top here. 3 rounds to 0 with that Lydia looking really impressive, actually. I like the confidence, you know? He's going in. He's not looking around and he's not like assessing too much. He's got an idea and he's going with it until something tells him otherwise, you know? And that can be really effective, especially in short sets.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you look back at this first game, like K-Top got on the board here, but really Eddie was setting the stage with a lot of these down back threes. This trade here was so cool, right? Because you think he's gonna go downstairs, instead he's like, I'm jumping over. I got a tech catch for you. You're gonna tech roll into this, right? But man, this crazy comeback here really messed K-Top up, I feel like. Because you can see that he's just holding back. He's like, I don't want to hit a button. You have rage, and that's what happens. You got to guess correctly in all those situations. That was 4 situations in a row he had to guess correctly.
And then he just I don't know, just pulled out all the stops on the aggression on this game. Look at this, everything worked.
Yeah, all the decision making was correct in defense or in offense. The political storm, I think in the first round of this game, he hit the 3rd hit of it in the string, and he's like, as soon as he saw that, he's like, well, all right, if you don't know about trying to interrupt the 3rd hit, then you're in trouble here.
That was sick.
Yeah, beautiful sidestep punish.
Really, really sick. And then you got the wall, blocks that, and then the low into low again. But man, hop kick would have been done. All right, so there we see the bracket. Eddie comfortably seated in the grand finals here. And we're going to drop down to the lower bracket, where, of course, it's going to be Kira versus Emra next up. And then the winner of that is going to face K-Top, who we just saw against Eddie. So, yeah, lots of great matches still to come. Man, Kira versus Emra. What can you tell me about Emra? Of course, I missed the first half, so talk to me.
Yeah, sure. So, Emra... man, not you put me on a spot because I wasn't expecting. Because first of all, the name pronunciation Emra, right? Was using Lydia earlier. Did very well with it, and we didn't get to see the Eliza. The Eliza was supposed to be the main character, so it's good to see Emra had a great run so far through the lower bracket. I saw there Kira did very well against Xeon as well. It was 2-1 there, and Xeon was playing very well with Armor King. So shouts to Kira for cracking into the top 4 here as well.
Nice.
I gotta believe the edge here is probably for Kira. But at the same time, Emra's Lydia, I feel like once the ball started rolling, there were moments where he had these counter sequences with Lydia, where he's like, all right, if you're going to do this, I'm going to counter the 2nd hit and get this punish on it. So if he has experience against Nina, and we see the Nina out of Kira, I think we might see some of those Lydia counters come into play.
Nice. Guys at home watching, if you guys have just tuned in and you want to know how to get involved with all the action here, head on over to compete.playstation.com. There's a plethora of titles where you can win loads of stuff, crazy prizes up for grabs, Call of Duty Vanguard, FIFA 21, 22, NBA 2K22, Rainbow Six, Apex Legends, and more. Like, the list just goes on and on and on. So head over, guys, compete.playstation.com for all the action and more. But yes, let us know in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Is it Kira or Emra? Emra? Kira, Emra. I don't know, guys. Tell me. You tell me here. And
this is a hard one.
You put your channel points where your mouth is. You got to back up what you feel. So yeah, both guys, of course, top players, and this is going to be a big one, man. I mean, when
I missed it. This is losers semis exactly. So I feel like Kira's got to be the favorite here. But we've seen Kira trying out so many characters, right? We've seen the Nina, we've seen the Kunimitsu, we've seen the Eliza. And honestly, Kira's had a little bit of issue with all characters today. So it's not like, when I switched to Eliza, everything's fine. I got the win, but it was scary.
Yeah, it was close. Anything could have happened. Yeah,
exactly.
True. I feel like Kira's got the tournament experience. If you're just looking at straight international experience, playing other players, playing a variety of character styles, etc. I'd give that to Kira here. But like you said, just putting Eliza on the screen doesn't mean it's going to be smooth sailing. So yeah, this is going to be a good match for sure.
If I remember correctly, last year when I was in the Ukraine and Kira was there for the tournament, I feel like Kira was talking about having issues with nerves sometimes in tournaments. So I feel like if things are going Kira's way, fine. But when things don't go their way, that's when the question marks come up, right?
Definitely. That's the thing with nerves, like it's one of those things in tournament. You just have to make nerves your friend. Nerves are just there to let you know that the situation is real. It's there to make what's happening, like it's there to show you that whatever you're going through right now is something that's really happening, and to put your mind in the perspective to deal with it. It helps you tune in to what's going on. So yeah, it's better to see nerves as your ally rather than your enemy.
That's a very interesting way of looking at it, because I feel like 82% of people believe in Kira, and 82% of people, they always pick Kira though, right? The big Kira fans in the chat.
But you've got some loyal supporters, man.
Right? But I was going to mention, about the nerves. I feel like 80% of people who get nerves, they're like, this is bad. Like, no matter what, as soon as you feel it, like, this is a bad thing. And I don't know that, just trying to think of nerves as your ally will actually just, like, make you feel better about it. Like, does that work?
You have to kind of just understand, because it's about the understanding of what's about to go down. You're in the losers semi of a tournament, and it means something to you. So give it all. Now it's not training anymore. Now it's time to put all your training, everything you've practiced, into the real stage. Now it's time to perform, and that's what nerves tune you in for.
I feel like when I get nerves, though, it's like I get butterflies in my stomach, and everything starts feeling weird, and then my hands start shaking, and then I can't even play correct. Like, how am I supposed to be like, this is my ally? My hands don't work,
As soon as the nerves come in, that's when you choose whether you want them to power you up and hype you up, because you can use nerves to hype you up, right? You can be like, yes, I can do this. It looks like Emra was doing this right now. Kira taking pressure by the wall. It's the Eliza mirror. How about that? I didn't see that coming.
No, sir. Yeah, Kira in the purple dress.
Indeed. Ready for the prom. The second
Punish
prom.
that.
Ooh. Okay.
Punish,
Spends a bar for that for the pickup, the scoop pick.
And it should be the round.
Oh
no, with the unblockable. Get out of here.
Unblockable denied.
I've got meter.
Dive kicking all over the place. There's a couple dark waves. This is crazy.
This is a fun mirror.
See this fun matchup.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. 10 seconds left. Oh,
Two throw.
Oh my God. Emma steals it.
All right. Game on.
Wow. Ooh, okay. Sends him flying with that. Follows in with the raw running 3. Oh, man. Okay. Big blows this round. Scoops off the floor. And then the EX once more. He knows he has to get rid of the pressure.
Wall pressure time.
Look at this. Oh, this time the break comes out, though.
That was so fortunate that the wall was there for Kira.
Sometimes the wall is your friend. Okay. Oh, okay. Dark wave.
Wow, great challenge.
EX there. Wow, really unexpected.
Wow, that little kick up there actually stopped her Moonglide mix.
Oh, sick. Oh my gosh, they're just throwing them out. They're hitting every single one as well.
Oh man, dive kick 3 though, and here comes the triple dive kick combo.
Wow. And yet, finds all, that's going to be it, man. Wow, what a combo. That wall carry was insane.
Yeah, that was a big change for this character. Her 3-button dive kick on counter is now a full launcher.
Yeah. That's sick. Guaranteed.
Yeah, Kira.
And Emma in a bit of trouble. Had a great opening, but the Kira adaptation here really making its mark. It spends the EX, but no dice.
Wow,
gets caught by the dark wave on entry. Loses out on that damage exchange, and Kira's working on the rest of the health. Oh my gosh, one more he's gonna do it. Oh! He does have access to Rage Art.
And a bar meter.
And a bar, but he's not gonna get to use it. The bar is closed. Oh my gosh. That is really unfortunate, man. That clutch low parry into combo could have really been big things for him, man. If he could have got a wall, if he could have got a wall, we might have seen a bigger combo, and then 50-50 with the meter. Really unfortunate.
I feel like there definitely needed to be some better usage of resources in that situation for Emra. But this was a very close game. Looking back at it, I feel like Kira had the lead throughout most of it, but Emra was always fighting back from behind. And this was a clutch comeback in round 1 there. The throws worked out. I love that he went back to try the throws again, too. But, the EXDPs were always on deck for Emra and would land them, too.
I feel like a little bit more defense from either side could have been good as well, because you block any one of those DPs, you've scored a big combo and possibly the round, right? So, but it didn't matter because it just looked like Kira just has more experience. The first round he was kind of figuring things out, and then after that he just started going to work,
For sure. And this was the low parry at the end.
Oh,
if we had just reached the wall here, it would have been great, but just a little bit too far there. And looking back at it, it's pretty difficult to make that combo reach the wall and still have enough resource to kill, because you don't really see Eliza's like get a wall carry and then do a rage art to close out either. So I don't think that was a very good situation for Emra in that situation.
It was awkward. Like the wall distance was ambiguous, right? It wasn't like a clean-cut combo to get here. So there would have needed to be like some kind of modified combo with the meter maybe. Like I'm not sure. I'm not even sure exactly what combo he could have done. But yeah, I feel like you said, some slightly better resource management towards the end there could have scored the round and maybe got him a final round, which could have got him a game. But anyway, 1-0. I'm sure he's going to think about that one. Let's see what happens in game 2.
Exactly. I think like with Eliza, sometimes you can do her EX Moonglide and cancel to get like the combos to go a little bit farther wall carry. So like I don't know if you can do that off of the low parry situation. That's my question mark there. But going here to Souk now, this will be interesting too, right? Because this stage always trips me out where 2 walls are very close and the other 2 walls are extremely far. So it's a small stage and also a gigantic stage.
It's like a taco, isn't it? A taco stage, right? Because you're just like closed in behind these tight walls, but then it's really long on the other end.
That's the way you like it sometimes.
Fight.
Game on.
All
Let's
right.
see if
starts with the
Emra can bring it
DP.
back.
Open the game.
Wow.
Guaranteed punish. And here is exactly what I was talking about. The experience coming into play here. You see less is working from the MMO side, and Kira is just really understanding where to block, where to punish, where to interrupt. Everything's working out.
Holy moly.
Not there, though.
With those crazy jab interrupt. Low parry is good again for Emra.
Great low parry. This time gets a good combo over. Finds the wall on this exchange.
Oh, boy. Dude, low parry machine right now. Wall carry should be easy, but the wall's too close at that angle.
Nice break. Oh, that EX, he baited him into it. And that might be it for this round.
Not over till it's over.
Uh-oh.
Yo, triple pressure.
Oh, my days.
Wall splat's good. We're out of meter, though. We're out of meter for Kira. We still got rage.
Away from
One
the wall
launch
as
and a
well.
rage art could be good. Not
That's
like
gonna
this.
Be it. Yep. Wow, what an explosive round there from both sides. Okay, so one apiece.
Man, this character is so funky. Bounce? No, okay.
Wow. Wait.
The Dark Wave clash is so rare too. I saw them come like, wait, are they gonna clash? I haven't even seen that.
This is like top 5 things you never see.
Like, does Dark Wave clash with Rapukin? I don't even know. I assume it does.
I've
Wow.
never seen that happen. I think it does though. Oh,
I would
wow.
assume it does.
Wow. Okay, so Kira now on a final round. He's almost got a full stock.
There it is.
There we have it. Okay. The pace definitely slowed down a bit here. Both respecting the space a bit more now. Okay.
It still bothers me that they gave Eliza a mix after forward 3 because I would always duck it, and now there's that option of it as well for the wall carry. Like, man, why are there mixes for the stuff that you can duck and punish?
And Emra looking good for this round. Hang on. Oh, the EX though gets Kira out of trouble here.
Another one.
Spends the full meter.
That's crazy.
2 EX DPs.
Why would you spend both?
Man, he wants the round. He wants the game. He wants to end it now. He wants to win. And it's about to do just that.
Oh, doesn't matter. Gets it anyway. Nicely
Into
done.
The rage art.
Impressive stuff. Kira.
That's why he spent the bar. He wanted it over.
Beautiful.
I think that was a wise choice. MMO looked like he was starting to creep back into this one, and he was sort of understanding what he needs to do, you know, like, and it was getting close.
Sure.
I respect the double DP. I respect it, man.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he got the round is what made it pay off, right? But like, when you lose that round after spending it, now you're in a final round situation, you got no resources, that's where it starts looking questionable, right?
That's not
so
good,
the clutch block there and the correct punish into combo with the rage art, that's what made it all pay off. So smart stuff to Kira. You know, it was a risky move, but it does pay off for him.
Man, and here we see some of the replays. That nice wall axis got him the end combo there. And here the triple dive kick combo. Really nicely done. Finds the wall at the end of this and closes it out.
And I love that he started with the Eliza right from the beginning this time, right? Like, no
That's
funny
true.
business with the Nina or the Kunimitsu this time. Straight to Eliza, run the mirror, let's get this done.
And there was that weird combo where he just couldn't put enough, he couldn't string enough together to get it done. Oh man, and that dominant first round in that second game, man. But then Emra came back here. This was a really strong round as well. You know, gets the throw break, but yeah, he finds the win here. And then it was quite even, I felt, you know, after that, the 2 rounds. Could have gone either way, right? But man, look at this life lead. Oh no, this wasn't the round, yeah. So yeah, then that was over there. And look at the life lead he had. But, you know, Kira just spent both EXs back to back to stay in the round. Then he gets the amazing block into the punish.
Yeah, looking at that life bar there, and like Emra going for the down back 4 in that situation was super unnecessary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like you could have just like did a dark wave, you could have did a dive kick, a down forward 1 even. There's just a lot of safer options than the big sweep. But there you have it. Kira 2-0, moving on into the losers lower final. Very nicely done. Emra going out at 4th place. Congratulations.
Yeah, that pays out. That pays.
Yeah, I mean, all the top 8 pays out. So congratulations to everybody here. But Emra, even better, top 4. Congratulations.
Indeed. Kira, K-Top. Who is going to grand finals? That's what we need to find out. And that's what we're going to find out momentarily. K-Top, rocking that Zafina. Kira with that Eliza. Of course, both of them very familiar with a lot of sub-characters. So I don't know who we're going to see here, but it's going to be K-Top versus Kira. And let us know in the chat, guys. Who do you think is going to grand finals? Who's going to take this one? Who's going to be the victor? K-Top? Is it going to be K-Top or is it going to be Kira? Get those channel points flowing, guys. I want to know.
I actually have no idea here. You know, I think, you know, K-Top threw the spanner in the works last time with the whole Julia Chang pick, right? So I thought we were going to see the Zafina the whole way through. So that was a little odd to me. I like the Julia, though. I don't mind it, actually. Yeah. I do feel like the Zafina is the stronger character. I just don't know which character does better against Eliza.
Yeah, true. It's difficult to say, actually. I mean, I feel like the way that you can play... the way you can play Julia is so slow compared to the way you can play like a Eliza, you know, which is very in your face, very, you know, Julia can play that game as well, but I think Julia is very effective playing the long space game as well, whereas I don't think Eliza is that effective in that style. So that's an edge she has over Eliza, where she can play the long con game, whereas Eliza kind of wants to and has to be in your face at some point, you know? So yeah, interesting. But then if you talk about perhaps Zafina coming out, then I'm not sure what the changes would be. You know, I feel like Eliza's playing the same kind of game, but what benefits does bringing Zafina into this have over Julia? You know, I don't really see why Zafina will have an edge in that sense.
I mean, like, I know, like, Zafina has, like, a big sidestep, so I'm curious about if you're getting pressured with the dive kicks, can Zafina step out of that pressure?
And get punish,
Right, you know, that's what I'm curious about.
Does chat have spoken? K-Top 60%.
I am surprised. The chat, they're tired of underestimating K-Top, it looks like. Like, dude, this guy keeps proving us wrong. But yes, very impressive. And now it is going to be Zafina. This is a character matchup that I wanted to see earlier in the turn, but we didn't get it. So now we finally get to see it go down. Eliza versus Zafina. And this one definitely going to be a good one. Violet System's going to be the stage.
Here we go. I love this track, man. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks to play to. I always get hype, especially on that round, that final round, right? It was too sick. All right, so here we go. Losers semis incoming.
The bass on this track when you're
losers
at
final,
an offline event.
Losers final.
Yeah, offline event though with the bass in this one when you have the like giant speakers in the venue, it's ridiculous. It's awesome.
Wow. Oh, nice. Gets around that into the full punish. Great awareness there from Kira on the ball. Okay, dive kick pressure. K-Top now trying to find some damage. Denied though.
Good block from down back.
Wow, brilliant. And
bounce.
Oh my goodness. Playing basketball with Zafina's body. With Zafina's body, he gets a 2-pointer and a 3-pointer.
On the backboard, boom.
Oh wow, what an opener. Strong round here for Kira. K-Top really stuck for options that round. Everything got blocked, whiff punish, sidestepped. Man. All right.
Yeah,
so
I didn't expect that to happen.
that was crazy. But this is the good thing about this stage. You've got so much space to work with, you know.
Wow.
What?
Not even with meter.
What?
Kira things.
Yeah. No, he's all over the momentum right now. This is 110% Kira. He's controlling everything. Look, no interaction. You will not interact until I come to you. That's what he's telling Kato. When I get in your space, that's when you can play. Until then, you have to hold. You have to wait.
Yeah, K-Top missing some big punish opportunities here.
Yeah, and K-Top's trying to avoid getting clipped by these launchers, you know? You don't want to put yourself in the way to be dive kicked and just be caught out by these launchers, but...
That should be downward one!
Is it enough? Oh,
The meter!
Oh my gosh. If he'd have blocked that, I wondered if there would have been time for a rage out, because there would have been 1 second left.
Yeah.
Things we'll never know.
I mean, going back to that though, like he hit the running 3 in the air, but he didn't try to float convert. Like I think he could have got down forward 1 with Zafina.
Great opportunity there to get a launch, man. Some kind of float combo. All right, so and again the EX, man, so confident with those. Landed every single one, so I know why he's that confident.
And you know the thing is, I really love that he spends the meter. Most of the Zafina or most of the Eliza players that I see, they sit on that meter trying to find an EX dive kick or a moonglide mix up. But he's like, no, I'll get the meter back, and he goes quick.
Okay, 1 hit away from taking it. K-Top. Kira has no meter. He has to guess. Yes,
there we go.
Mid this time secures the round. K-Top on the board. Scary situation. What?
Start of the round, back 1-2, why not?
Opener. He's like, that was a commercial break. We're going back to scheduled programming now. It's just back to me going to work. Look at this round, man. What a performance here. Working on another perfect.
Oh, that was a setup for sure.
The baits. The baits, man. The baits, man. He just reeled him in. He just reeled him in that round. That was crazy. Another perfect. Yeah, literally just baits for days. Baits for days. That was a very, very impressive close to the round. Kira looking very strong right now. I even think he's gotten stronger as the games have gone on here. Like, you know, he's looking even better than the last set, which was also really good.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think when you look back at Kira throughout today, the weakest Kira saw was at his very first matches earlier.
Game, yeah.
And right now, looking very good with the Eliza. Here's the bounce combo for the perfect.
Crazy.
Man, we start off with the perfect and we closed out with the perfect. I think that's how it went down.
That's just insane. And just the control, you know, like in the mid, the mid rounds where he just kind of didn't let any interaction happen until he was ready to engage, and only then did K-Top have access to Kira, right, to make reads, you know. And that if you can control an opponent like that, that's very, very impressive.
Yeah,
so here you see, there was that final bait in game 1, man, crazy. And of course, it's at that situation where you have the meter to spend, you've got your whole stock of meter, you've got your whole life bar. If they block it, what's the worst that's going to happen, right? Okay, they get a launch, but you've still got a hefty life lead. So it's one of those situations where if it doesn't work, okay, I'll win afterwards. But if it works, you get a huge psychological benefit, you know?
For sure. But here we go, guys. Kira versus the Julia Chang this time.
That psychological benefit deleted the character. It's just Julia Chang now in that spot. It's just Julia. Zafina's deleted. And here we go. So game 2, Julia Chang. I like this pick because I feel it allows more space control than Zafina does. So let's see what can happen here. Let's see if he can really utilize that advantage.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, these were the matchups that we potentially saw earlier when it was supposed to be Emra versus K-Top. So we didn't get to see it, but now we get to see both character matchups play out. So I'm really excited. The Zafina definitely did way worse than I thought it was going to do.
Yeah. I mean, K-Top looks like he wants to play a spacing observation style anyway, so I feel like Julia's a better fit for that in this matchup. So let's see if it's going to pan out, though. And, you know, you can already see, like, it's just a lot more uncomfortable for Eliza to play this matchup. You know, it's just like, she can play it, obviously, but it's just a bit more awkward than, like, Zafina, who gets stuck in stances and is limited to a number of moves from a stance.
That's a great point. Yeah, this being stuck in stance against Eliza sounds terrible.
Oh, man. Risky low there did not pay off. Let Kira back in the round now.
What a
Wow,
step.
completely whiffed the whole thing. Okay, good on the low.
Good block, good patience from K-Top here.
And this is
Holy
great.
moly.
This is great for K-Top, right? Because you're seeing, you know, Kira is not getting those same opportunities to throw in those random EXDPs. You know, he's making him leak meter now. Like he's just spent that EX there, nothing happened. You know, so it's just from a conditioning scenario, it's just way better than Zafina in that sense.
And now we can do shotgun spin lows because all the mids were hitting in the first round.
Yep. Oh, no break on the axes. This is not looking good for Kira, and he doesn't really have any way to in here. It's just all controlled by... This is Chang right now, and look at this. 3 straight rounds, complete domination. Oh my goodness me, what happened?
Those were very good rounds for K-Top there. And I love the switch characters and doesn't miss a beat, right? Yeah. Sometimes players need that round to warm up. Something's like, no. Everything's just going to hit and work out the way I want it to.
He was in from the get, like, straight away. I mean, but just from a meta perspective, it's just a much easier match to play. You know, you're not...
Yes, definitely.
Okay, from far away, what are you really scared of? Okay, you might have to sidestep a few dark waves, but that's it, right? You know, as soon as Kira wants to approach, he's under fire from all the long range tools that Julia has. He has to. He's running in for the attack, but he has to be on defense. So that's really good for K-Top, you know.
Yeah, the Magic 4 working out there as well. Great keep out tools. Zafina not so good at that. She's got the 1+2, but it's much slower than a Magic 4, obviously. But look at that. That was such good spacing from K-Top.
Really
Called
nice.
it out.
Really nice. And I feel his confidence is growing with things like that as well, where he's able to go for these bigger plays. Really good stuff.
I feel like in situations like that, though, right? He was like an airborne trade. I feel like he's not used to trying to convert off that. Because the same thing we saw earlier with Zafina running 3. I feel like in that situation, he could have done maybe a party crash with Julia, like 4-4-1, and got in there, right, to catch her out of the air. And I feel like a lot of times he doesn't really go for that, which is probably because he plays multiple games, right? So he's lacking that like little bit of experience in Tekken, despite having all this knowledge in the game. So definitely something to work on in the future. But imagine, you just like to imagine like this player, it's got all its potential, and it's just such a small thing to add in there, but once it gets there, the whole game goes up a notch.
Definitely. Yeah, you're just climbing the ladder of skills in your little asset toolbox, and this goes to show, I mean, that the potential is there, because even without those little bits of extra knowledge, the damage he's been able to administer here, this is just showing you like the potential of and the talent. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like Kira is going to be thinking about how to adapt, and I'm interested to see what he can bring here, because that last game, that was a blow up, man. He really has to turn it around now.
Let's see what happens. Final game here between these two. Lower bracket finals. Back 1-2 again. That's been really good for him at the start of the round.
Okay, yep, fighting back now, keeping it close now. He's playing aggressive style. He wants to keep it close. He doesn't want the distance.
Fishing from Magic 4 doesn't find it. Low counters.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Big damage there. Oh, thought it was the low, but this time K-Top went mid, closes it out. But that round was definitely a better round for Kira. It was much closer.
And this is exactly what you talked about earlier, right? At max range, what are you doing? You sidestep some dark waves, backdash, who cares?
Yeah, what can she do? Like, okay, you get hit by 1 or 2 dark waves, so, and she has to come to you, and that's when it's time to play ball,
Oh boy.
Nice punish.
And Julia also can close distance really quick too.
Oh, gets
There's the float.
That was an accident. He's giving away the free damage here. Wall combo. Oh, and don't tell me that one float is going to cost him the round. Oh, there's the EX though. Gets himself out of trouble. Kira now working on the rest of the health. Gets the wall splat and closes it out. Nicely done.
Yeah, you had to believe that was coming eventually, right? Because once Eliza has meter and your back is to the wall, down 3, that's going to happen. Bow and arrow though.
Gets the nip up. Oh. Dark wave. Clean hit. Oh, the down forward 2-1 off the sidestep. K-Top, but doesn't get all the combo.
Third hit.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. What are you whipping like that for?
The damage.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, that was a little suspect there from K-Top. Mad Axes, though, catches.
Yep. Oh, nice break.
Oh, I got throws, too.
No break on that one.
K-Top back to the wall here. Got to be careful because Eliza does have a bar meter.
Yep. Not afraid to use it. Sneaks in the Mad Axes.
Wow. Next time, unblockable.
Hey.
Rage mode for Julia.
Uh-oh.
That should have been a 4-4-3 or something. Rage drive, you stuck.
He missed it. He missed it, man. That was the chance. That was the chance indeed. Oh my gosh.
Dang it. Unfortunate there, but it will be Kira over K-Top 2-1 with the Julia there.
Oh, wait, that's it. 2-1. Oh, man.
I believe that's it, yeah.
Oh, wow. Grand finals for Kira. What a comeback, man. The Julia Chang pick, you know what? I think everyone will agree in hindsight that that should have been the starting character. I don't know if the Zafina pick helped out at all with the meta for Julia opening in, but I feel like Zafina, yeah, definitely let the side down in this particular exchange.
No, I totally agree with that. Like, Zafina looked like there was potential there, but overall, I think the game plan with Julia worked out much better for him.
Yeah.
Kira just looked a lot more comfortable against Zafina too, right? In the matchup at least. So definitely unfortunate choice. I mean, I think personally, K-Top Zafina is stronger than his Julia in general.
I know what you mean.
So I can see why you would bring out the Zafina first. But the way the matchup played out, definitely it looked like Julia was the better choice to go with first.
Yeah. I think it's just a matchup thing. Like, I feel like it's just anti-Eliza thing with Julia. You know, it just works better. You know, her basic game is just more effective against Eliza. So yeah. But man, after that second game blow up with Julia, I'm surprised that Kira was able to turn it around so quickly. I mean, even in the final game, it looked like, look at this replay. It was just all K-Top, you know, everything was working. And the float combo here, remember? We were like, oh my gosh, don't tell me he's going to lose from here. Gets the combo, gets the Oki as well. Like, everything was working out. But
and this was the turning point, right?
Yep, the EXDP.
The low right here, yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, when Eliza has meter, you got to watch out for that low with your back to the wall. And this was such a big whiff here from K-Top. Very uncharacteristic from what we've seen all day.
Yep. Oh, and the unblockable works every time.
Yeah, right there was it looked like a misinput there, right? So that was probably what cost him there. But Kira 2-1 over K-Top brings Kira into the grand finals, where Kira's got to go up against Eddie. Eddie undefeated so far today, hasn't dropped the game to anybody. Kira though has been getting better and better as the day's gone on, so definitely could be up to the challenge.
Shout outs to K-Top third place. Big shout outs to K-Top and H. Love those guys. STG, does that mean he's got a sponsor? Wow, congrats if that's the case. I hope so. And yeah, the finals is going to be Eddie versus Kira. This is going to be sick, man. I don't know who's going to take it. Eddie on the winner's side, right? So, you know, if Kira is going to take this, he's going to have to win 2 sets, 2 best of 3s to take the grand finals. So, man, it's going to be a tough one. I don't know if I was to take my votes here, if I was a betting man, I would kind of go with Eddie just because he's on the winner's side and he's got a plethora of characters. So he can play the field a little bit. He can be a bit comfortable in the beginning, you know.
Definitely.
So yeah, but then again, it is only best of 3. You can't be comfortable for too long. You lose that first game, and suddenly you're looking at reset point, right? So it's a tough one.
That's pretty fast. Yeah, and Kira though, the Eliza has been looking really good. I love the adaptation. You know, we looked at the EXDP that Kira was using earlier. You know, especially when you're talking about how he had the life lead, he's like, oh, it's worth the risk in this situation. But the thing about that is that Kira clearly uses those EXDPs more than other Eliza players. So when Kira has that meter, I think Kira is much better recognizing the situation and the risk reward. Like, yeah, okay, I can risk this here, and it's okay. Like, I think a lot of other Eliza players, they're waiting. Like, I'm gonna save that meter for EX dive kick because I'm gonna need it to convert off of something else later. But he's like, no, I'm spending it.
Let us know in the channel. Let us know in the chat with your channel points who is gonna win. I want to know what you think. I'm gonna guess you guys are gonna say 65% Kira. That's my guess. What do you think, Rip?
I'm gonna guess like 90% Kira. They seem to be
Okay.
very big Kira
They love
fans out here.
Kira, right?
Like, it's only gone up, right? It was like 75 at first and 80 or something. Okay.
We got bodied. Oh, wow, we got bodied.
Big time.
Okay. All right. So Eddie with the 71% poll result. The chat know what they're talking about. I think this is based on him being on the winner's side, but that's just me. What do I know? But Eddie has a 71% vote from the chat. Let's see if that is going to come to fruition. We're about to find out. The first game is locked and loaded, and we're going to go with the Geese Howard.
2D. Bring on the
Geese
2Ds.
Howard, Mr. Raising Storm himself. Oh my God! And it's going to be the trusted, tried and tested Eliza is back for the grand finals. And why not? She gets you this far. Why not keep her? Right? What do we need Nina for?
Yeah, Nina against Geese Howard. I wouldn't want to run that. No thanks.
So 2D affair in grand finals. All right, let's get to it, man. This is going to be sick. This is going to be sick. Eddie on the winner's side. Kira on losers. Game 1.
Oh boy, this is definitely another matchup we don't get to see a ton of.
True. All right. So Eddie making moves. Oh, the close range Repuken to the ankles. Okay. Side step 3, the max range gets clipped. We're gonna find out, Rip. Does Dark Wave clash with Repuken? We're gonna know finally. It's gonna happen.
I was asking about it earlier. Dang, you're right.
All right, so game 1, round 1. Looks like Kira's worked it out.
I was really hoping they
rage.
throw him.
Oh,
Down for cancel. Give me this low.
the scoop.
Stand up.
Oh my gosh, the down 1+2. He didn't block it. He gets scooped up for the round.
It's one of those deceptive lows, right? Because it's pretty
It really
slow,
is.
but a lot of people don't use it much, so you're looking for down 4 instead.
I was literally about to say, like, no one ever does it. Man,
Good block.
he missed the punish on that block DP. It's the screw attack.
Building up that bar.
You can. Jay
Oh
can
my
wall
goodness.
splat? No. Okay. Kira now back in play.
Refloat, smart.
Straight into the Rager. No funny business. Not trying any fancy off-axis combos. I just want the damage.
I think he lives here, though. No!
Not
Take
today.
it back.
Not
I
today.
thought that they had a change where, landing on the wall and balcony breaks and wall breaks scale the rage arts more. So I thought that might come into play there,
Might
but
just about live.
not.
Yeah, we had that time last time when Marduk lived, right? The Marduk one didn't kill. All right, so back in play here. Eliza now on the offense. Oh, nice whiff punish.
beautiful.
That was ridiculous. Into the wall splat.
Woo!
Look at the life just depleted from Eddie's bar, man. This is nuts.
And the Dark Wave looked like it hit low on the wall comp, which is cool. Nice step and punish.
That was sick. Okay, and that is going to be the round. What a brilliant conversion there to take the round. Great awareness.
Back 1-2, start of the round, Kira specialty.
Every time.
He's a 3 for 3. Resplat.
Yes, picks him up off the floor. Ooh.
Yeah,
Solid down for counter hit.
Mix. Good block. Man, he went for 2 mid counters. Doesn't find them.
Final round here. Game 1. This is an important one. Kira wants this. Coming in from losers. Want the advantage.
Oh my gosh.
That'll get you the advantage.
After the shoulder, though, like it was a punishable move, launch punishable. He didn't punish it. He's like, here's an EXDP.
He is all over Eddie right now. Hemmed up in the corner. Eddie 2 bars.
No
doesn't
meter.
spend one.
He didn't spend the
Doesn't spend
meter.
bar. That could have been it.
Yeah.
And that is going to be the game. Did not spend the bar on that back 3-2. He had 2 bars to go. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a misinput. But man, he left the door wide open for Kira to come in and steal that. And that's exactly what he did. First game to Kira. Man, what happened, Rip?
I mean, just like you said, now it's reset point. It's
like that, yeah.
Out of nowhere. Like I said, it should have been 90% Kira in the chat, but you guys all picked Eddie. I don't know what you guys were thinking out there. But, Eddie, those are big drops at the end. If you go back the second to the last round, Eddie went for a couple of counters in a row, like a really desperate attempt at making a comeback. You know, he's like, I just need this mid counter to land, and he couldn't
Yeah.
find him. Then you look at the final round, he lands the back 3-2 with 2 bars of meter, and I don't know what happened, but he didn't get anything off it. And when you're Geese Howard and you've got rage and 2 bars of meter, you're looking to make it crazy. You're looking to steal something.
Yeah, you got to be making that damage count. And here we see the replay. Nice sidestep into the punish.
So good.
He got caught the first time, but this time ready to execute that punish, and a brilliant round ender as well.
He was great defense. Counter, counter,
Committed.
counter.
That was a good one. And then the EXDP to open up the round. And look at this. And again, does it again, catches him by the wall, keeps him pinned there. And Eddie got one chance and he just wasn't ready.
That was it.
You know, he'd been taking pressure the whole round, and he got an opening and he just wasn't prepared to use it. And man, all that damage left on the table, unfortunate. But it's not over yet. Eddie's still in an advantageous situation, is still in winners, and he's going to stick with Geese. He's going to ride this one out. He's going to ride out the set. Geese definitely wasn't the reason he lost, so no reason for a character change. But
True.
Kira is definitely holding on to the momentum with a tight grip. So he's going to need to start getting those confirms, start spending the meter when there's damage on the table, and end these combos. Like, you can see he can do it. Like we just said, you know, 6 sidestep into a full punish, you know, carry, and he can do everything. It's just got to happen in the right moments when it needs to.
Exactly.
You know? That's all it is.
Yeah, chat, let me know, how bad is Eliza's shoulder on block? Because looking back at the final round, I'm pretty sure he could have launched that, and he had 2 bars of meter when he blocked that as well. So
you're right. Yeah, true. Good
he went from there into EXDP, and everything just kind of fell apart from him at the end.
Yep.
So here we go. Game 2 here.
Okay.
Third is stepped again. Full launch combo.
That was sick.
And that was a pretty optimal punish considering he didn't have bar yet. And here we go. He's got a meter now.
Oh,
The mix.
Down forward 1-4. Press the button, got clipped.
Fight.
Whenever I see strings like down forward 1-1s, hey, they clashed!
It happened. Clip it now.
I knew it was possible. I was gonna say the down forward 1-1s, whenever you see strings like down forward 1-1, I want to always duck and launch it, but even if I duck it, I have a hard time launching it.
All right. All right, both players backing up now, avoiding the wall.
Nope, late on the punish on the back 3 that time.
Spend the bar to make it safe.
Got
That's
caught!
The
It is
forward 1
it.
plus 2 clipping his movement there.
Round 3. Fight.
Takes the round off it.
Countered the
Gets
shoulder!
Dragon throw, that was sick.
Uh-oh. To balcony break as well?
Oh man.
Oh my goodness, where are we going?
Downstairs. What kind of party is this? All right. Oh, side switch. Oh, the EXDP and reversal of fortune here. That puts Eddie by the wall. And
Oh,
look at
boy.
this follow-up.
We're all caught up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that
yeah,
clipped
he's
a little
like
better.
that, and he's going to take the round.
Not yet, not yet.
Oh.
Ducks the high, smart stuff. Kira's still in it.
Nicely done. Wow. What a round.
Yo, these tactics is so low to the ground. What the heck? Key charge? What are you doing?
Key charge mid-round. That's got to be an input error. He's trying to make up
Even
for it
Eddie
now,
was
though.
like, what do I do? Jab string.
Down 4, that's what you do. All right.
Good
Okay,
jab
just
interrupt. Unblockable. Counter this.
Isn't it?
Taking this time here.
20 seconds. Oh. Combos the DP. Oh, and that's it. Goes mid.
Moonglide two
Kira
again.
looking to reset round here for Kira
That's
in the
wild.
grand finals.
Back to two. Oh, the way misses the jab timing. He's not a geese main.
Weird launch height there. That was kind of a weird scenario.
Yo, Kira, these final
Oh,
round
man.
comebacks. And there's no meter on the side of Eddie.
He's got, and Kira's got another bar now. He might not
The
even need
punish.
it.
That
Oh
should
my
be
gosh.
What? Not with that combo. Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Reset.
What a dominant round. I don't know, man. At some point, it just looked like Eddie just lost control of the game entirely, and it just everything fell apart. Like, I'm not sure exactly from what round, but you know what I mean? You noticed that at some point, as soon as Kira got going, like Eddie just couldn't stop him anymore. You know? And oh man, that's crazy.
It was 2-1 in the first game. This time it was like, I think it was 2-0 rounds, and Kira brought it all the way back, right? Both times. Just the momentum running. And you know, so many times today we've seen when Kira lands one EXDP, it's like he knows that it's go time, and he just steps on the gas. He's like, guess right, or I'm gonna win, and he seems to win very often.
He knows the exact sequence to do after that. Like, and it was a great whiff punish into that water black combo, really nicely done, and it just keeps the pressure on. Once he's on top of you, he sticks to you like glue. Like, he just stays there. It's so hard to get him off you, you know.
Counter, yeah.
Yeah, great example of that there. Okay. Oh,
yeah, right there. That should have been a launch punish. He had 2 bars right there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then this coming up here was the biggest mistake Eddie made, probably. Right there, no meter expenditure. Oh man! I mean, looking back at it, he did not have rage yet, so it wouldn't have been like the most significant thing. But 2 bars of Geese, man. You need it.
All right, so he spent the first set on Geese. Geese hasn't paid off. I wonder what we're going to see in the second set. But yeah, here we see that spacing out time that gets the nip up. This is still quite early in the set. Yeah, staying on top of him, nice low parry. And then it just does Repuken. I think there's a drop there. Not sure what I wanted to do.
That EXDP, look at the life difference there. And that from that point on, Kira made the comeback. Eddie going to the old main. The Bob coming out to play. Cave of Enlightenment, Falkenrom stage. Of course, Kira sticking it out with the Eliza. I love Joey Fury in the chat was asking, you know, if Eddie's name and the way he spells it is a reference to the Tekken 4 ending for Christy. You know, she's like, Eddie!
I like that. The law drop. Oh, okay. So, Bob in play here. Fishing for that 440, trying to catch him ducking or stepping. Wow, that's some delayed hitbox, man. All right, gets the launch now. Kira doing the business over to the wall. What's on the menu here? Man, caught him stepping that time and did it again. Kira now, access to race drive.
Get out the air.
Oh my goodness me. The elbows from hell. I mean, he's just trying to represent because we're in Far Cry Ram stage, you know, that Muay Thai, the elbows.
Yep.
He's trying to keep it real.
Man, the back 1-2s from Kira have been fantastic.
Wow. Beating.
Okay. Tech catch. Yes,
guaranteed. Sir. Oh no! What happened to the rest?
I don't know. Dude, outspaced. Eddie.
Wow, crazy. Yeah, this is looking good. Bob pick paying off so far. 2 straight, but he did this last game.
That's true. It's definitely. Oh, delayed hop kick.
That was ridiculous. Down we go, no? Oh.
We got a little slidey action. Uh-oh, not like, is Kira gonna do it again? No way, right?
Don't tell me, he's got a bar. Oh, he had 2 bars ready to rock and roll. That could have been,
he was going.
Dangerous. That could have been dangerous.
Was that 3 rounds straight?
That was 3 straight, yeah.
Very nice.
Get that comeback. Yeah, that was a good round. That was a good game for Eddie. Really comfortable, really controlled. It looked like he knew the matchup. It looked like he knew Kira as well, you know. So yeah, really, really nicely done there by Eddie, securing the first game, 1 game away from taking Fight Nights for Europe here for Tekken 7. I'm not sure if he was just playing the... Now that I've seen that domination, I wonder if he was just playing the field with, you know, in the earlier set with the Geese, you know.
I think the 4-4-2s caught Kira off guard at the beginning of this.
Look at this. He's just relentless with them. Look. This constant onslaught with these 4-4-2s.
Yeah, and the tech catches. He's had a few of those today, man. Right? Jump over situations into full-on resets. So those have been fantastic for Eddie. And the Bob, look at this delayed hop kick.
That's just confidence exuding, right? When you see that.
hard not to enjoy those
He's
moments.
just all over him. Just everything worked. Look at that. Everything working. So yeah, really interesting stuff here from Eddie. You can see the control coming through. You can see the confidence building as well. It doesn't look like he's stuck for how to pressure Kira Kira anymore, where we did see that with Geese, you know. So yeah, wow, really, really cool stuff. I wonder what Kira Kira is going to bring us in game 2, because you know he's going to be thinking about that Bob, man. That was those 4-4-2s are just the range, the damage, you know, like. You can't step, like it's a problem.
Yeah, you can kind of step, but it's hard.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard. And you know, going to Mishima Dojo here. I mean, when I think about the set as a whole, though, already, Kira Kira's been fighting from behind the whole way through. I feel like Eddie has had the round count lead every single game so far. It's just that the last game he didn't get to bring it back, right? So, you know, thankfully for Eddie, you know, he was on the winning side of the bracket here. So, you know, he has more games to play with. So,
yeah,
eventually it's going to pay off in his favor if this keeps up. But we'll see what happens. It's not over till it's over. Reset Grand Finals, Kira Kira versus Eddie right now.
Is Eddie going to close out the tournament here, or are we going to see Kira Kira tie things up here in game 2 of the Grand Finals post-reset? Kira Kira now with a wall combo. Gets the splat as well. Tries to follow up. Ooh! Big launches.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
She reached the wall here too. Look at her wall carry. One of the underrated aspects
wall to wall, man. That was nuts.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely
so
one of
first
the
round
underrated
kill.
aspects of this
Yeah,
character.
definitely.
Good choice with the power crush.
Nice power crush there with the belly blast. Oh, and great whiff punish. Always ready for that. That just about out of range while standing 1-2. While standing 2-1, excuse me. So ready.
Wow, the backdash, nothing behind it though.
Yep.
Sidewall.
Oh, the EXCP. Great position to use it in. Oh,
He tried to jump too. Punish that? Yes.
guaranteed. All right,
this
so
is
2
crazy.
straight for Kira Kira here.
Fight.
Good duck.
Wow, sick.
That was a big call out there. Kirker had done that setup earlier with the Magic 4 afterwards, and this time Eddie's like, no, I'm going to duck and launch you for it.
Wall splat. One more hit's gonna do it. Oh, nice block. Hang on a minute. Oh, the
Man, more down
one.
jabs. So what are you going to do, hop kick me? You don't got no hop kick.
Better do that EXDP, bro.
That's true for just a down jab, can you imagine? Woo! Super low dive kicks.
Man. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Looks like we're going
Resplat
to a
combo.
Final game here. Wait a second.
There it
The backswing blow, the Hail Mary. Had to go for it. Man, that would have been trouble for Kira Kira if he got that. That would have been bad news. So
Definitely.
yeah, nice patience there at the end. Seals the deal. Kira Kira tying it up 1 apiece now.
Yeah, and right from the very first match we saw with Kira Kira on stream today, anytime the opponent gets rage, he kind of hits the brakes. He's like, all right, I know some crazy stuff's about to happen. Let me just chill and wait for my moment. But this game, completely different. Kira Kira dominating from very early in this round. Mixing Eddie up here.
Yeah.
And kept him guessing the whole way through, really.
The wall
Easy
carry,
wall
man.
carry. Yeah, this character's
Crazy.
wall carry is definitely underrated. Everyone talks about, like, you know, Julia or Nina
Master
or
Raven.
Meteor.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But no one's talking about Eliza. Look at Eliza wall carry, especially when she has meter, and if she truly optimizes it, it's crazy.
Definitely, definitely. And here we see that nice combo. Follows up, finds another wall as well.
Yeah, great step there, but look at the EXDPs. They're always ready for Kira Kira.
Interruption, man.
Beautiful punish there. And that was a good call from Eddie there on the Magic 4. Ducked underneath it, got the full launch. Carry to the wall, bing, bang, boom.
It's really good if you're an Eliza player to have great offense, because if you start getting really solid, moments of momentum, when the opponent breaks out, actually, let me start again here. So yeah, would look like we might see a comeback, but the backswing blow got blocked and then it was over. But yeah, as the third game loads up, if the Eliza has insane attacking pressure, when you finally get to relieve that pressure and get an opening, you really want to go, right? You really want to do stuff and press buttons, and you just open yourself up to be a prime candidate to eat an EXDP.
True. Very
Based
true.
on the strength of the offense, you're more likely to go in when you get an opportunity. And that, you know what I'm saying? You set yourself up to be just the XDP'd into death.
He's finally giving me a moment. I'm going to hit a button. Right?
So the better the offense, the more effective EXDPs are.
All right, but here we go. Final game of the tournament. Kira versus Eddie. Whoever wins this one wins the tournament.
Oh
no
my
pressure.
God, we've come all this way. It's just
Same
down to
setup.
these two. And this round, he went for it again. Eddie smelt it out, man. He was ready. Blap's guaranteed, and it takes it. First round goes to Eddie.
Fight.
Kind of start you want here. Look for backdash and back 1-2. Didn't find it.
All right, feeling each other out here in the nooch.
Punish? No!
No punish. For 2 blocks. Oh, the power crush.
again.
Nicely done.
In the back
Nice
though.
sidestep. Gets the punish as well.
Woo!
Wow.
Looking for bounce. No bounce.
Oh, man.
Hell sweep.
sweep.
Finally.
First one we've had, right?
Yep.
All right. Oh,
Didn't spend meter behind it. Could have gotten a combo.
man. Eddie waiting for that EXDP. Does
The
all
low
full
this
spray.
time. No read pickup.
Wow. The mid.
Oh boy. Mix time. Got him with the mix.
Oh, my
First
gosh.
time for everything.
Ties it all up here. 2 rounds is what separates the loser and the champion here. Oh, my gosh.
This is a close one.
Indeed. The bracket has been reset. We're in the final game here. Kira adding pressure on here. No. No belly blast for you. Power crush denied. And look at this combo.
Yeah, Kira's defense has been great this game so far. Looking good right now.
Doesn't even use the single
where's the
EXP,
EX?
and he's not going to need one this round. As he moves into tournament point here against Eddie. Oh my God. The pressure is immense here. 2 bars. He's got full stock as well. Eddie couldn't be in more trouble right now.
Here come the forward twos again.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't want to press any button in vain. Ooh,
Third
got
hit.
caught by the third. Wow.
Yeah, he was stepping those with geese. Punish this big time.
Yes,
There's the big punish.
Yep. Big chunky hop kick there. No. Misses the follow up. Hope that doesn't
There's
come
no
back to
meter.
him. There's a hell sweep.
Oh boy, wall smash. Yup.
Oh,
Great combo. This could end up with this breakable wall here. Nope.
he's still got another bar as well.
Might save it for the final.
Oh,
Low parry. Final round.
Final round, guys. Get hyped. This is the grand finals. Let's go. One more round's going to seal the deal.
It all comes down to
good
one
trade.
round. Kira Eddie. Kira's got meter.
When's he going to use it, though?
EXDP.
He gets it clean.
Oh, he was out of range
was
just a little
punished.
bit. Good defense though. Doesn't get clipped.
This is too close.
4-4-2s.
Gets him.
Cannonball. Ooh,
another
pressure.
bar.
He could have did it.
Oh, my God.
Kira with another bar here.
4-4-2.
Still one more bar.
Is it going to be
Oh, that should have been EX.
the weird punish.
What in the world? Anything unblockable? 50-50 time. He got him. Moonlight too.
He got him with the mid. Kira is your PlayStation Tournament's Fight Night champion for Europe. Congratulations. A solid run for that gentleman. Great bracket reset as well. Actually, sick performance, man. Really, really well played.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff there. Got the reset, as you mentioned, and the victory. He beat the geese, he beat the bob. It didn't matter, and had a rough start. I believe Kira lost in the second round of this upper bracket for us today. So had to fight his way back through the whole lower bracket basically. And let's take a look back at this entire thing here. The bob, man.
This was that opening set, right?
Yeah.
It was the first game after the reset, and the bob just went to work. Look at this, tech catches, everything working. It looked like a perfectly devised plan, and then we see game 2 yet again while standing 2-1 to close the round. And look at that. Just everything working out in his head completely. The whole way, rent-free. Everything was working. All the damage, all the reads. Look at that. This is a one-player game right now. This is one-player campaign mode. Look, everything working. It really is. Look.
No, it really was.
Second player disconnected. And then
That's what it
after
looked
that
like.
game, Kira just said, you know what? I'm gonna play. It's time to play now. And look, already got a round. He dealt with some pressure, but he weathered the storm with those EXDPs perfectly. And look at that again with the unblockable. Great mileage off that move. And yep, the punish guaranteed. we're at this
Man.
2 rounds to 1 scenario, and he needed some more pressure, and he look slams a perfect combo, gets the axis combo, and that's it, right? One more hit. No,
Yeah,
not
he
yet.
was patient here,
Oh, the
waiting for the
backswing
backswing blow.
yeah.
He's like, I know, you want something crazy.
You want something big here. Yep.
How did he not do an EXDP in that situation too, right? Like, just really great decision making from Kira throughout today.
Yeah. Great patience at the end, and this was where it was really trouble for Eddie. But man, he managed to stay in this. Nice low parry, and we went to the final round, man. This was nuts.
Of course. And of course, the EXDP still clutch. Like he got like 2 of them blocked the entire day or something, maybe 2, you know? And look how close it was down to the wire at the end here.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then the 50-50.
Yup.
The Schmitz, and that is it, man. Kira off the back of that reset is your Fight Nights Tekken 7 champion for Europe. A great run from that Kai, man. 2-6. 2-0 and then 2-1. Great stuff. Congratulations. And then, of course, Eddie, the runner-up here in 2nd place. Again, an amazing performance from him as well. I mean, he didn't even drop a game until grand finals. Give it up for that man as well. Sick. A great plethora of characters as well. He knows the board really well. Like a strong competitor in his own right, man. Congratulations to the top 2 and to everyone in this top 8. All amazing competitors, right? All of these
all
guys
8
walk
get
away with a
paid.
prize. Yeah, all these guys walk away with a prize. No one goes home empty-handed. Big shout outs to PlayStation tournaments for this. So yeah, really awesome top 8, man. I had a lot of fun with.
Definitely great stuff to everyone all around. But let's take a look at our schedule, guys. Obviously, you guys have seen the Fight Nights for Tekken 7, but there's a lot of other stuff going on as well. We have the Rainbow Six Siege monthly finals coming up on April 23rd, 9 a.m. Pacific, as well as the FIFA 2022 Fan Cup, April 25th at 9 a.m. And of course, guys, for everything else, you guys can go to compete.playstation.com to sign up. Tons of games you guys can be entering to play. Fighting games as well as FPS games and sports games. So make sure you guys sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com.
It's been great commentating, man. It's been great doing this for Europe, PlayStation Fight Nights, man. What a great thing that these guys are doing for the FGC, right? This is just beautiful. I mean, not even just for the FGC, but for the gaming communities all around the world on every game, right? But for us, this is our bread and butter. This is our passion. It's Tekken. We love it. And guess what? We're going to be back with more Tekken later on. We're going to be back with Fight Nights for NA, for North America. So make sure you guys tune in for that coming up. What time is it coming up, Rip?
It's a little bit later today. I believe it's around 2 p.m. Pacific, but follow us on Twitter and we'll tweet it out when it goes live so you guys can find it.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Pacific, aim for that one.
Yeah, so 2 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in for that and check out our socials for more action as well. We're going to be communicating what's coming up later on. So yeah, we'll see you guys back for North America later on. Take care.
PlayStation